but it seems like S11 is playing it calculatively, and the Valley do not want to.
I almost slept in, guys. I almost slept in.
All right, this is the Valley making the call. We'll take it slow. We'll take tier 2 in mid. And so
But the Valley's about to win.
Yeah, White Chicken has left Casa de la Chicken. Like, he left that bottom part of the map, and he's now helping push 5v5.
It's just so difficult as the Valley goes for the top tower right
Easy
there.
GG's. Easy GG's.
Under the tower, and he's not even taking
Easy GG's.
The rest of the team tries to follow up on this big play, but it seems like S11 will not be able to even deter him from doing so.
The only reason why the Valley had to retreat because they saw the Hayabusa down in the bottom lane, because it looks like they have the damage, and if they do want to engage, they have that option. They just got to be careful, because if this Hayabusa continues to take all of the turrets, then it just becomes that Lord fight. If they're too occupied around the Lord, the Hayabusa could just end the game. So right now, you said it yourself. S11 Gaming, they are very calculative. So it's like, okay, it's kind of obvious we don't have enough damage. But the turrets, they don't buy items. They don't buy any physical items to make sure that they can take more damage from the Hayabusa. So
10K gold lead.
This is one of the only ways that they can play this out.
Guys,
I
wanted to take a 2-hour nap.
Onto,
Turned into a 4-hour nap. I'm sorry.
The Xavier, because the Xavier right now not having.
I've barely had any sleep in the past 2 days.
Enough damage, and right now it looks like he's kind of thinking, okay, he finished the lightning transition, so he should be able to do a bit more damage after this.
Right on cue, but look at the Valley looking for a play yet again. The purple buff will be the main target here. S11, they just back away so far.
Okay. Never mind. I thought, like, was that a steal now? But Mazin still got it.
Oh, wait.
Zane's playing fucking Akai. Jungle Akai right now.
Nice. Yeah. See, lightning transition, it matters.
It matters. That's a lot of burst damage. And if the game goes longer and longer, that poke might just be what will win them the game, along with the split push.
Yeah, so it's only gonna happen if the Valley makes a mistake. But we just barely missed it off camera. What happened to Papa Dog?
He just got dogpiled on, and that will be the end of him. As you can see, S11 going for a different approach right here. Jumping in, making the play with the Way of the Dragon as well, but the Vengeance is just tanking so much.
Oh! Fried chicken?
Fried Chicken taking one versus 3. Everyone is the next target, and Fried Chicken is going again and again. The Lord gets picked up.
Here comes the rest. Here comes the rest.
This is a disaster. He's forced to run away as Erwin slowly but surely has to be chased away. Jotun is alone.
There's my boy G on cam!
The ruin of relation was secured.
Or Dave.
1v1.
It's not over.
Right here. Look at the blood right to his face. The flicker will not actually help land that skill shot, but the basic, he is trying to go for that kill, but the triple shadow, the quad shadow, by the way, by Jotun is being used on the other side of the map, though, in the base of S11. Fried Chicken just isn't stopping. He's going in again and again. Almost with a heavy spin, a bit too overextended. This might be the chance that S11 needs. Ruined position is being used, and that will be the Valley.
Overextended is an understatement. I think that team fight and that sequence happened maybe a minute too long, and they're still not done.
They go for Jotun, and that will be him finally taken out by the members of the Valley. And now with the Lord,
look at Hoon. Look at Hoon.
They're trying their best to clear this Lord, but it might not be possible. Super Shark comes in yet again, just stunning up Papa Dog as the basic just do so much damage, and the Numenor Blast actually lands. Basic, no fear, all the way in the front, actually trying to damage Mill at the same time. Erwin and Chan, the only 2 members left alone against the Lord, against the 3 members of the Valley. It won't be enough. The Valley will be the winners of this match.
Took a while, but the NA representatives.
There's our boys. Look at that. Look at Zane. Comfortable. Comfortable. Nice little warm up.
It just pushes all the way, right?
Late game had like fights happening across the map.
Yeah, again, congratulations to a match winner.
Nice little warm up.
And in the game just now, I feel like when we saw 3 members onto White Chicken, we're like, okay, maybe he can take one. But he's like, nah. If all 3 wants to fight, let's go. Vengeance was clutch.
He took down Male first, and I think that was key. The fact that the first hero that went down was the Beatrix made the difference there for White Chicken. And again, Arash, I think you understand this. His aggression and his thirst for violence was well earned.
I mean, I can relate, but when you get the Samus with the blade armor, with the Vengeance as well, he was doing a lot of damage to himself.
Why are you hitting yourself?
Exactly. Why was he hitting himself before White Chicken even turns around and
the Valley, dude.
And I like how fast the macro play coming in from the Valley because like,
RSG won game 1? Question? Yo.
Everyone else, okay, we secured the Lord.
Guys.
Let's rotate. Let's actually cover all bases.
Guys.
Mid, top, bottom side. Make everything move. And the thing is, if Super Shark actually got that 1v1 kill on the Hayabusa, it'll blow my mind.
And the thing is, Yotun was actually recalling in his face, so that makes it all the more spicy. But ladies and gentlemen, I just have to say, and let me be the first to say it here at the world stage live from Jakarta, the hype is real. The Valley has come, and they're stronger than ever. North America is a threat. They are here, and it's no... I don't know, I'm surprised how much and how well they've evolved and how much they've grown. Again, you put it so well. They controlled the whole map, the whole game.
It's one thing to be really good mechanically. It's another thing to be good macroly.
Valley, dude.
Another thing where you have evolved your own style, where we usually see, and we say this, like, good games are boring games because you know textbook-wise do A, B, C, D, E, F. If you like stray too far, you can make flashy plays.
Guys, 12 fucking hours until I'm on a flight over there.
We know what to do. We're doing it. We're not going to be making mistakes, at least from the early to the mid stages of the game.
Arashi, tell me, because we're about to see the item builds here, how often do you see an Eve build a brute force breastplate
G streaming,
knowing that Hoon was going to do what he did?
Against the composition from X11 Gaming, I think it's just a very smart maneuver. I've seen it a handful of times, but for the most part, especially if as a first item, that is a very surprising choice.
Yeah, timing is so important, and thank you for pointing that out, Leo, because I kind of feel like they've already, like I said, it's in the future. This is a Hayabusa, he wants to come in, so my damage is going to be enough, and it's not the thing that really matters right now. The slows, the controls, that's what's important. Surviving is more important because in MOBAs, the damage dealers, you got to deal a lot of damage, but the number one task, staying alive. So that is a very clutch item. Speaking of items, S11 Gaming, John did not die in this game.
we jumped on G stream real fast.
You would have gotten a little bit more damage, especially looking at the Valley having, let's call it out, because I saw that Super Shark already has the shield.
Bruh.
Let's go. Let's go. The Valley chat. They're chilling.
And you guys excited for NA fucking power?
Let's go. I think I'm like.
Hey, Hobby Cat, what's up?
Hey.
Yo.
What up?
Let's go. Hello.
Let's go.
NA for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
NA.
All right, guys.
Just scream anything. They're in a meeting. They're in who? Oh, okay. We're out of here. We're out of here.
All right.
White Chicken, 778 gold per minute, 50k damage dealt by staying in his own lane.
He's just in
Hey.
Southeast Asia and just continues farming
Okay.
alone in his lane.
In the southeast part of the map.
Exactly.
Yo, did RSG win their game against Occupy?
With that goal lead,
Did RSG win their game against Occupy? Guys, I slept in. I failed you. I fucking failed you all.
They were just not expecting such
I failed you all,
strong
guys.
opposition coming in from White Chicken.
Yeah,
Let me
no,
go
he
turn
was
my
all
one of my
pressure,
lights off.
and he literally just did his thing. S11 tried to stop him and failed, and that's how we got to this point.
And this point, we're going to talk about who actually impacted the game the most. This is your MVP from the Valley. It's White
My alarm must have went off, and I
Chicken.
was just like, yo,
Highest
fuck that.
goal, highest damage. KD,
White Chicken!
Kill participation barely was there. But whenever someone wants to attack him, bring it on. I got the heat. I got the firepower necessary to take a 1v3.
Yeah, there should be an alternative. Like, besides kill participation, you have to have map presence. He was just everywhere, and wherever
He's a
he
magnet.
was, wherever he was, there weren't kills happening. But boy, oh boy, S11 were distracted. They were like, yo, is that fried chicken? Yeah, it is. Should we go to him? maybe Irwin, go. But I'm trying to do vision. Yeah, no, go to Fried Chicken. That's what was happening.
To take him out because he's just continuously pushing, and if you leave him alone with a tower,
Guys.
with that ultimate,
Guys.
the towers just go down really, really fast.
Guys.
Well, I guess S11 Gaming could not get their lunch for today. Let's look at the highlights to have a refresher of what happened in the game. Again, it was a slow early and mid game because again, it's just the Valley securing one by one what they really needed. And here, White Chicken, even though he's like, okay, you know what, I'm probably gonna die. Let's try to get more stats on my damage, and went for Chan. And in this game, it's just a situation where the Valley secured everything for themselves before S11 could respond.
Yeah, short to say, S11 ain't having no IM for lunch today. It's actually the other way around. Chicken was the one who made them their
Look
lunch.
at this.
Especially this moment.
Beautiful.
Oh!
Absolutely beautiful, man.
I almost slept through this, guys. I almost slept through this, but we made it.
Seems like the worst they come out.
The Valley just won their first game.
Team fight.
What?
So that domination from the Valley is just insane.
I think that's just the nature of the beast, just the way that Thams works as a hero, that the likes of Yu Zhong.
Sorry, all right, guys. I had to post a stream and a couple plays.
He likes
don't
speed.
have. Yeah, they just can't deal with that. They have to hit him back. Yes, you have that clear way to the back line with the Yu Zhong, but if you're Thams, you can just stay there. It's very different from the way Fredrin does it.
I like how EXP laters really have evolved from the early days of Mobile Legends, right? Because right now we're having heroes like Toms, like Glue, where we like to absorb damage, but we also like to dish out the damage. And this really creates a situation where almost anyone can be a star player, a difference maker. And in this game, White Chicken just wants to remind everyone he popped off in M3. M4 is going to do it again.
Oh no, and he's doing it so comfortably. Would you agree, Arashi, that the Valley just looks amazing right now?
The domination in the lanes all across the map, it all began with that EXP lane, with him being able to be so oppressive, yet at the same time so safe. There's no real threat from the side of S11 to deter him from just pushing again and again, and from there on, the mid and the top side as well, everything just getting pushed off, and from there, the lack of vision just made it very difficult for S11 to even find any kind of success.
Folks, the Valley has one more match tonight, but here we go, upcoming. It's going to be another best of one. The next match is about you're not gonna want to miss, all right? Please stay with us because coming up next, it's RRQ Hoshi going up against Occupy Thrones.
Guys.
Is that enough time? Do you think Occupy Thrones has reset?
It's in my, okay, here's the thing. They should have enough time, but their opponents are RRQ Hoshi, one of the favorites for this one. And before we go to break, I just want to say, because of M4, shout out to all the EXP laners, because the guys on stage are showing how important EXP laners are in the game.
Yep.
Shout out to you, Leo.
Hey, shout out to you, LaFell, and shout out to you watching at home. Please do stay with us because we are going to go on a quick break. On behalf of Arashi Hoshi and LaFell, at your service, my name is Leo. You're watching the M4 World Championships live from Jakarta. We're going on a quick break. Stay with us.
All right, guys. We made it. Okay, guys. Made it, we 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 made it. That was close. Oh, fuck. I got 19 minutes. I might go back and watch the RSG game. I missed it, yo. Come on, Jay. Guys. Guys. Bro. It was, alright. Story time. It was 11 p.m. I was like, alright, listen. I stayed up all night last night until about 4. Had to wake up at 7 for work. Caught the final game, Todak versus Onic. Then I worked all day till about 4 p.m. Then I had to pack bags and do stuff like that. And it gets to about 11:30 and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to take a quick nap. I'm going to take a quick nap for like 2 hours and wake up for day 2. Bro, I just woke up at 3 o'clock. What the fuck? I was like, oh no! And like, immediately picked up my phone, jumped onto YouTube, and was like, oh my god, the game just started. I ran into my garage, clicked the live stream button, and here we are. We made it. We got to watch the game. But holy shit. I was a little nervous there for a second, guys. I was a little nervous there for a second. When will you go to Jakarta? I go in like 12 hours. I'm flying out in 12 hours. Cause Dave went super early. He went like a month early, and G also went early. Oh, fuck, yo. Holy shit. Bro, Mirko's YouTube got hacked. Did you guys notice? It's called Tesla Live right now. Mirko's YouTube account got hacked, guys. Tesla Live. Tesla Live, bro. Nuts. We're supposed to be doing a watch party. All right, how was the RSG versus Occupy game? I want to see how they looked when they walked on stage, yo. Did they look confident?
A lot of prizes are waiting for you.
What's your level at, bro?
Oh, it's not very high, man. I mean, I'm busy. I'm very excited for this tournament.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, by the way.
Yeah, I'm being exposed for being a bit lazy here. But you guys at home, you have all the chance in the world. Make sure you don't miss out on that. It's free value, man. Why not?
It's right there. I mean, I paid for the pass, and I'm a S11 Gaming. At your service, my name is Leo, joined here by the Indonesian sensation, Arashi, and the Malaysian sweetheart, Lafel. Gentlemen, how are we?
I want to see what they had to say
I'm happy to
about.
be called the sweetheart, by the way. Thanks, man.
You are the sweetheart, man.
Oh, thanks.
But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very, very excited because, again, like you said, this match is well anticipated.
Arashi,
I am feel, man. I am very feel.
you're very feel. I love it. M4 is powered by Moonton, presented by TikTok, the official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming share and esports charts, our analytical partner, Gank, and our official merchandise partner, MiWatch, our media partner, and last but not least, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Once again, thank you for all those making M4 possible. we are about to go into another best of one after a rather long bout. I'm still trying to break down exactly what happened in the past 22 minutes between Occupy and RSG.
I would say it's about a better understanding of how the game is being played. That's why
Maybe
we're going to
LaFell.
look back at the schedule and have a brief recap of what happened in game number 1 for today. And we're going to talk about what's going to happen next between the Valley as well as S11 Gaming.
Yep, there's about 5 more bouts coming up, and we're all running these by the end of the night. Arashi, what's tickling your fancy?
What's taking my fancy? I mean,
Echo versus
aggression,
RQ.
fights, early game dominance. I think that is
Brazil
what I
versus
like seeing
TV.
the most. And for the next match, there's going to be plenty. But after that, though, there's an RRQ against Occupy Thrones. And if the earlier game is any indication, it's going to be a banger as well.
Something that I've known Leo, right? Having the opportunity to work with Gani, he's impatient. Working with Arashi, he's a man of violence. I like aggressiveness. I like team fights. I like trades.
He's about feeling.
He's about feeling. And he's feeling the aggression. And I kind of feel like we will see that today between the Valley as well as S11 Gaming, because I heard a lot of good things where in terms of the NA Pride, right? The Valley, they've showed a lot last season. Last season of World Series. And this series, I'm actually pretty excited to see who can play, personally myself.
Yeah, no, if there is something that the Western teams can bring to the table is the aggression, right?
Oh, yeah.
Southeast Asia recently has evolved to become a more macro-centric team or play style, and I'm so excited to see what the Valley and S11 Argentina are going to make of that. But first, I want y'all to take a sneak peek at all the M4 events and all about the rewards that you can get. The M4 Pass is already available for purchase. Exclusive rewards like the Beatrix Light Chaser, the Beatrix Stellar Brilliance, and the Beatrix figurine. That's the M4 exclusive.
I just want to hear what they have to say about the
Already.
Valley.
The M4 support chest is now available, and the in-game event for you to open for loads of M4 Pass experience. On the day of the M4 finals, that's January 15th, expect to get an avatar border for free. In the M4 Battle Night event, you can unlock a skin chest by completing tasks, and you can pick a skin of your choice within the chest. Make sure you use the hashtags Mobile Legends Bang Bang, hashtag MLBB M4, and hashtag Dare to Be Great. LaFell, you want to tell us about the M4 pass card campaign?
Yeah, M4 is available now. Complete all the exclusive rewards. Beatrix.
Skip all this.
Oh, it's not very high, man. I mean, I'm busy. I'm a bit lazy here.
The Valley
You guys
won,
at home,
Techno.
You have all the chance in the world.
For the pass, and I'm about to, because you can also S11 game once more. It's North America making a clash against Argentina.
Yeah, let's introduce for the Valley, it's Hoon, White Chicken, Basic, Momazane.
Bro, Chicken looks
and
like he'd kill you,
it's
bro.
not just Shark, it's Super
Dude's got a
Shark.
look in his eyes.
Super
Chicken's got a
Shark, and
look
he
in his
is
eyes.
one of the main super players on the Valley. Relied on to make those plays happen. The roamer position is so important right now, especially if you want to go for those aggressive plays in the early game. The roamer is who makes it all happen.
Yep, and again, there is a lot of love for our boys from North America. Again, I spoke to Hoon last night, and he shared to me how they formed this North American super team, right? It originally started with just Basic, Hoon, and Shark. And all this while, Zane and White Chicken were here in Indonesia. They had to call him and tell him, hey, we're trying to make the North American Avengers. We're going to M4. Want to come?
And they came.
And they did.
They came? That's crazy.
And here they are.
I kinda feel like
I-
that's kind of the way that
I almost
all
did the same
success
thing,
stories
bro.
starts, right? It's like you just jump the gun, see what happened. And what's going to happen right now is we're going to talk about S11 Gaming. We got Chan, Papa Dog, Mael, Jotun, and Erwin.
They are the Latam Super League champions. They actually went quite a series against MVG. And here today, they're about to make a lot of leeway because this is their first international event of this scale.
Of this scale, that is the key word there. I've had the privilege of seeing them play before, and they have very unorthodox rotations, and they seem to be very good at avoiding clashes when they don't want it.
Oh yeah, and they are bringing their national pride with them. Here we go,
Bro,
representing
Mirko got hacked.
Argentina. And of course, the Latam region, that's S11 Gaming, gracing our stage. I'm excited. Again, if you are the champion of such a huge region, there is a lot on the line.
Yeah, now we got to look at the talent prediction because for this one, Mars is really not going with the majority, right? Because
Come on, Mars.
From Malaysia's like, I want S11 Gaming. Everyone else, Malaysia, Niker, ST14, Uomi, and Holy are really looking at the Valley and be like, they're the favorites.
Well, the Valley has been gaining a lot of traction, a lot of momentum, right? They've been hyped up to be the next big thing, so we'll have to see. Because for me personally, actually, I went for S11 as well, as you can see.
Are you riding the World Cup hype?
Maybe.
Is that what's on? Is that what's on? Because
No
I don't,
comments.
I don't blame folks. I think there is a lot to go because if you will see the M4 pass, right? A lot of fans from Argentina are helping out. They are voting for S11.
Here's the thing. We got to talk about this before we start the game, right? We got to look at the Valley, let's just say the NA team. They are experienced in the fact that they just went in, tried their best, and they did really well.
Their first time.
Their first time.
Yeah.
So we got to see if Argentina can somewhat replicate that because this is their debut and they're going up against the Valley. So will it really be a thing of how do you say it's like the rookie luck? I forgot what it's
Beginner's
called.
luck.
Beginner's luck. Yeah.
Yep.
Beginner's luck where you start out and you start up very, very fast.
Very clearly, it's not one of their keys to victory. They have to maintain control of their bushes. They have to give Basic a good comfort hero because, again, Gold Lane is neither here nor there. It's either it makes the difference or your core and your carry is elsewhere. What do we have to talk about, though, when it comes to Argentina's S11 game? Because, Arashi, they're your boys.
Ooh, they're just very good at rotations, first of all. As I mentioned, if they don't want to fight you, then you're going to be very hard-pressed to try and find a fight. They know how to avoid the usual patterns.
Yeah, and it's interesting here. The key to victory, gank, assist, Papa Dog to have white chicken for lunch. Looks like our script writer is having fun with the keys to victories. But I do agree. You gotta figure out a way to shut down white chicken. And the thing is, S11 Gaming, they've entered quite a lot of competition without their star mid laner Chan. So now he is here, and we gotta see this mid lane fight. I'm really interested to see Chan versus against Hoon.
Oh yeah, no. Again, back to the main highlight. It's no secret that we have a lot of emphasis on Papa Dog and White Chicken, given how much fun, quite literally, our writers and we are having on the desk talking about them. But looking at the predictions, it's no secret. The Valley are coming in as favorites.
They're coming in as favorites, but at the same time, you can see that there's a lot of hope riding for the side of S11. There are a lot of people that believe that they have what it takes. They can replicate the same success that their country was able to get. So
in the realm of football.
In the different realm from what we're experiencing right now.
I gotta say, shout out to the Valley. We saw some kills there. Assassin Dave, G, Aiko, Combat Cat. And they're like, yep, shout out to the Valley. Hoping that they do well. And I hope we do well because we gotta put respect on this game, man. This is really gonna set the tempo for both teams because this is their debut in M4.
Yeah, no, effectively, it's Latam versus North America.
Oh yeah,
this is a clash from the West that have found its way here into Southeast
in a way, they're
Asia.
The Valley will get eliminated. You'll get eliminated, Hood Rich. You'll get eliminated.
Are their coaches? This is Secretaria.
Bro, the Valley
and
gets
other
top
end
8
is
easy.
Coach
What do you mean?
Balut. I'm so excited
Top
to
8
see how
easy, bro.
different their drafts are,
Top 8 easy.
Given that they have
Top
both
4.
experienced
Top,
what the
good chance,
Southeast
top 4.
Asia meta looks like, and that might be an influence.
We'll have to see. We saw that for the first match earlier. There was a big contrast in early game and in late game. A very clear distinction. In this
Good chance, top 4, bro.
match, considering that both teams wants to be aggressive, will we see a bit of a clash in that early game? Because that would mean a very, very short game.
I'm actually thinking about the EXP because I'm trying to think what kind of EXP laners are they really looking for? Either dive to the back line or just to be a very, very strong
Bro, it's
front line.
funny.
Because White Chicken, I kind of feel like he's super aggressive when he's given the opportunity, but certain matches, he's not really been let loose. It's like, I'm just going to be reliable. I'm not going to ultimately be the playmaker. So I really want to see what kind of style this White Chicken want to show us today.
Well, I think the draft will be a huge way of telling. Here we go. On the play is the Valley.
All right. We got 4 minutes. How was the RSG game?
Gonna be contested from both these players, both these teams, to try and ensure that they have the first move, the first rotation in the game.
Fast clear here for Fury and Maro, but what will the rotation be? Folks, confirmed it is a Jungle Martis and then Diablo on the Fredrin in the XP. Oh, this is about to blow up.
Oh, but look at a lot of them actually getting crowd control. Diablo goes in, and Maro taking a bit of damage, but I kind of feel like this is the direction that both teams want to go. Control the mid, control the
I gotta
side,
make some
because you want
coffee
kind
real
of
quick,
advantage
guys.
going
I
into
gotta
the
make some
turtle fight.
coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, both teams, they're trying their best to actually get a lead first, because before the turtle actually spawns. Later on, they can use that to try and get a bit of a play, a bit of a lead in numbers and HP bars, and that is what will allow them to get a very guaranteed objective take.
So far, about a minute and a half in, and we are still at 50-50. Equilibrium gold. Very little difference here. 150, 30 between each. And even the marksman matchup, look at this, Arashi. It's still Gado and Babycakes waiting for that big rotation.
Usually you see that the Beatrix has a bit of an edge in the laning phase, but again, it's always a skill matchup. As you can see, Overthrow is going for a big play, but Lolzy is forced to use that flicker defensively. That will mean that it won't be up for the play in the turtle, coming up now in 9 seconds.
For me personally, that was super necessary because that was a very, very good catch. But right now, Leo, I kind of feel like he already showed his face. And Diablo right now attacking Leo. Leo is going very, very low. And first blood onto Bray.
The Decimate doing work.
That's a lot of damage, and unexpectedly, RSG are the ones aggressing, and now with the members' advantage, their triggers are kind of low, so they're taking it a bit slow, and right now, it just seems like the patience we've been talking about is showing again for RSG.
Yep, RSG just knows how this dance goes, and the clapback from Occupy Thrones is Maro doing his best to keep things under control. He's trying to reset or hold back the turtle so that RSG doesn't convert as quick. I wonder if they can still catch up because look, purple for Leo. Can they stop Bray?
Ooh, Maro goes in with the rough waves as well though. The Rune Collision is being used by the side of RSG, but the turtle will be picked up by Bray. Right now, they're trying their best, but that will be RSG taking out 2 members from the side of Occupy Thrones, and Bray is still not letting Leo off. That will be a very decisive fight for RSG.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because Hulk, he actually went in, but there was hesitation. He could have caught anyone, but he was like, I don't know which target I want to focus on. And then he was heavily punished. Now, I like teams with aggression, but actually, I like how RSG is playing this. It looks like they understand. They don't have to put their foot on the metal. It's like, we can take it slightly slow because we know that Occupy will be the one to engage. We just wait.
It's controlled aggression, but will they catch Babycakes up top?
Ooh, the snipe barely misses Babycakes. He is able to escape. Purify has been used, so the members from Occupy Thrones can look for a bit of follow-up. For now, it won't be happening.
No harm, no foul. As long as Babycakes is not dying, these early game Purifies are worth it.
Yeah, but right now it looks like Occupy Thrones, they're kind of like trying to set something up here at the marksman lane. And they're kind of like taking it very slow because RSG is already here and Lolzy tries to engage. Looks like both teams are waiting for a sign of weakness from each other. Oh, Babycakes!
Maro goes in with that rough waves and the petrify as well, but Babycakes is still able to survive. Definitely not the outcome that Occupy Thrones want.
All right, folks, real quick, that is not attack and defense that our tanks are rocking. That's actually concussive blast.
It's just like a blast in the past, you know. Like some people really miss the design of attack and defense. I'm one of those guys, but we got to move forward.
You just like how it looks like.
I just like how it looks. And right now, RSG, it looks like they have a 1.4 goal lead. Babycakes just finished his Demon Hunter sword. And the thing about Claude is, in the test servers, he was too strong that they had to nerf him. So I'm really looking forward to see how RSG is going to execute on this. And it looks like a kick is going to happen.
Diablo gets engaged on, but now he is alone. He is actually holding his ground against 2 members from Occupy Thrones. And that'll be a lot of resources burnt before the turtle is even up.
Again, you see here that either hesitation or a communication gap between them because Maro was so far off.
Exactly, yeah. It looked like it was a prime opportunity to get a punish, and Leo is taking a lot of damage, Leo.
Diablo goes in with the Appraiser's Wrath, but now it does seem like Occupy Thrones will be forced to back away from the turtle.
Oh, you meant me. But still,
I'm sorry.
That's about 100% turtle take rate for RSG. They are in control of the map. And again, Occupy Thrones, they tried in the draft to show us that, hey, we're not that late game team anymore, but they seem like they're out of their element.
In my personal opinion, they gotta talk to each other because right now it's like everyone has their own plan of doing. Lolzy is not looking good because again, they're
now in a 4-5 situation, they have to defend against the Lord.
That's what happened.
They are not showing any chance of.
Furious. So now he's scaling up.
why was Gado there.
Can we
but
talk
I
about-
think it was all
Yo, yo,
RSQ
yo, yo, yo.
because Occupied
On
Drones,
a real
they
note, real
won the
fast,
day,
guys.
And I still think we're about to see another surprise.
Can we
It's
talk
very
about
fitting that you see that
Incendio
RRQ,
Supremacy
the Kings of Kings are going up against
spanking
Occupied
Falcon last
Right.
night?
Thrones, Kings, I get it.
They're gonna
What?
get
Or
dethroned,
yesterday,
man.
whatever
If they're not
fucking
careful,
time zone
it's
you're
gonna
in.
be a very interesting match.
And something else, Lapel, correct me if I'm wrong. Historically speaking, RRQ has yet to claim a throne of their own on the international stage.
Here's the thing, they always do well, but not well enough. They always stop at the end.
Just close enough, but close and almost is never enough. But for now, we would like to thank our sponsors. M4 is powered by Moonton, presented by TikTok, the official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming share, and Esports Charts, our analytical partner, Gank, our official merchandise partner, MeWatch, our media partner, and last but not least, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Again, thank you so much. Terima kasih to all our sponsors. This wouldn't be possible without you. Fellas, it's the fourth match after this.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
one half for us, and then our colleagues will be taking over later on. Let's again check out what's happening tonight, what else we're seeing, because there's a couple more teams I want to see, and I'm kind of sad I'm not going to be able to cast them, but we will be in the stands. I'm talking about RRQ Akira and Echo. All right, they're going to be facing off against other squads later on, but tonight, right now, 5 p.m. GMT +7, Jakarta time.
All right, let's go, boys.
It's all about
Let's go, boys.
RRQ, Brazil, and the Valley. But first up, it's RRQ Hoshi versus Occupied.
Let's go, boys.
Hey, here's the thing, man. The start of the
Let's
day,
go.
it
Let's go,
dictates
boys.
the pace of what's going to happen
do
next,
this.
right? Because we saw what Occupied Thrones is capable of. Going up against RRQ Hoshi, this is
Valley,
them
dude.
viewing themselves in M4, right? In Jakarta, because
This Angel, what's up? What's up?
seen
What's
them
up?
for a very long time. Basically, after MPL, they basically go to a hyperbolic time chamber where they're training in secret. I have less information about them than the rest of the squad here.
Is that true, Arashi? Do you have any lowdown on what's happening with RRQ Hoshi right now?
Well, they've been training for sure, and they seem to be trying out a new, different look because there's a lot of teams that has studied, has analyzed RRQ to the last minute.
Yeah,
man.
RRQ
Everyone has been
does.
saying that if you really analyze it and break it down, RRQ can be solved. But now, since they've hidden everything, maybe this is the surprise moment they've been waiting for.
They're in
You know
secret.
what? With the leadership of Coach Fiel, Coach Arcadia,
Guys,
I
12
have
hours.
to
I'm on a
just
plane,
trust,
boys.
Just as much as Skylar trusts his short shorts to keep it all in, I think they are going to go in strong. Speaking of which, I miss Skylar. Can I just say, he's one of my most favorite young athletes from Indonesia, from MPLID, and him debuting here today against Gado. Man, I bet he's just as much excited.
He's a cool guy. I mean, he's always so generous, but once he's on the line of Dawn, though, that's a completely different story. He's gonna gun you down. The Beatrix has been a signature pick, but we'll have to see with the current shift in the meta.
Speaking of Beatrix, she is featured as the exclusive skin via the M4 Pass. It's available now. Complete all active tasks and you will reach level 75 at ease and for free. Log in now. The exclusive rewards such as the Beatrix Light Chaser skin, the Beatrix Stellar Brilliant skin, and the M4 Beatrix figurine are all waiting for you. Make sure you use the hashtags Mobile Legends Bang Bang and hashtag MLBB4 and hashtag Dare to Be Great when talking about it on social media. LaFell, can you tell us about
If the Valley can
M4?
beat RQ
Yes.
Akira like that, I
Here's
can
the
say
thing.
the Valley has a
Everyone
chance
here,
to be
you
top
guys
4.
are supporting
Yeah.
your teams.
If they
Can
stomp
you
through
guess
Akira,
correctly who's going to win? Because join
it
the
just
guest
heightens my
from
level of
December
confidence
26th
even-
all the
even
way
more.
to January 15th to get up to 10,000 pass EXP, which would be enough to upgrade the pass by 10 levels. Don't miss out. And again, you said it, hashtag Mobile Legends Bang Bang, hashtag MLBBM4, and hashtag Dare to Be Great. Speaking of daring to be great, I want to see if anyone can make
I mean,
Beatrix
supposedly
work, 'cause
they're
so
pretty
far,
good.
Beatrix is a puzzle that
Their
no one
scrims
has
have
able
been
to
going
piece
pretty
together.
decent
One
from
of
what
the
I
more
hear.
highly picked heroes.
Oh, yeah.
0% win rate.
And
How is that possible?
not just that, I think going into M4, given what the word is on the street, as the kids say, Beatrix is still good despite the nerfs on her in the recent patch. She's still solid. What's going on?
I think Beatrix has a lot of damage, has a lot more flexibility, but when it
Hood
comes
rich.
to DPS,
Hood rich.
all the other
I like
quote-unquote
you.
meta
You're a funny
marksmen
guy.
just out.
You're a
DPS
funny
us.
guy.
And in the late
You're a
game,
funny
that is
guy.
the main job of a marksman. So maybe in that department, she's not really shining as much, and maybe teams can find a different way to make Beatrix work.
Let's welcome the teams going
go.
into our stage.
Come on,
Here they
RQ.
are, RRQ host.
Come on, RQ.
It's Lemon playing
Don
in the
Odom,
mid-lane.
what's good?
7, Skylar,
What's
Albert,
good?
and Vin.
Yeah,
Lemon's
I gotta
on
say,
stage
you guys
today.
can't see it right now, but right now the arena, people are walking in, they're cheering, and I feel like the moment they see Lemon is like, yo, let's go.
Yo, Bali United Stadium is gonna be at capacity. Who'd have thought? Where did this come from? Who said Lemon was gonna be playing? By the way, belated happy birthday, Lemon.
Late happy birthday, Lemon, and what a moment to just make his appearance. He
Look
hasn't
at him
been
smiling.
seen playing for a long time. And signature, man. Lemon with his
Happy
smile.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Even he himself
Happy
doesn't believe he's
birthday
playing.
to Lemon.
Lemon is
Happy
back.
birthday to you.
Oh, wow. What a wild card. What a wild card. All right, we were expecting something else, but it's the same squad coming in.
Bro, look at my boy's beard, though. Gato. Gato fucking...
A measure that they
Look at that
are
guy.
in on, right? Like game 1 today against RSG.
That's a
There was some
freaking
promise.
beard,
Again, I
guys.
asked this earlier, but what can they adjust? What can they do here to reset and show here the King of Kings something else?
Here's the thing, man. Fury did an amazing job. Most damage dealt 100%. Team fight, participation. They are strong. I kind of feel like it's just small mistakes, perhaps even nervousness, which is going to be difficult to overcome going up against Arkiyoshi, but it can be done. Give the necessary resources to Fury, and I kind of feel like there is a chance.
They have to pre-plan their movements as well, because if they don't calculate the movements perfectly, it's going to be very difficult. And on that note, we have to take a look at the talent prediction here. And so far, Mars from Malaysia. Ofel, what do you think about
You
this?
gotta call Mars, dude. Why would he say Occupy Thrones?
I'm like-
what's going on?
Yo, Mars, did you plan this? I'll be like, I will take the exact opposite of everyone else. I don't want to be different. I want to be different. I want to go against
Bro,
the
Mars
flow.
has-
everyone else.
has done the
Arkeyoshi,
different-
which, again,
literally
we gotta
voted
say,
different every
they
single
are
game.
definitely the favorites.
Yep, and for our friends in the
And I
other
agree.
regions, and of course specifically you, as well as Alcubi, Oro, Lim Kochul, Live for Surfs, Chuanha, they all say Arkeyoshi, but wait, Alcubi, no, Alcubi said Occupy Thrones. Well, that's their region, of course.
Of course. I
Talent
mean,
for men, of course.
for the most part, only Malaysia has been quote-unquote anti-mainstream. So we'll see
Oh,
if
man.
that quote-unquote gamble pays off.
Hey,
Ofel.
come,
This
come,
coffee's good.
I voted for Arky, okay?
I put a little bit of
I
sugar
know where
in it.
I'm at.
Just a little bit.
I know the safety precautions.
and you know your reputation.
All-timer versus newcomer. Right now, I kind of feel like Arkeyoshi, they're trying to show we are the kings. Let us remind you, what does that mean? Their key to victory, dance around Albert's quick tempo. Beware of potentially getting counter set up by Occupied Throne. Scare Bash initiated for Vin, as well as show the newcomers a very warm welcome.
A very
to
warm
F4,
welcome.
Because again, the World Series is an experience of itself.
That's a very sinister, quote-unquote, warm welcome here in store for Occupy Thrones. We'll have to see if they can actually graciously accept that welcome.
Yeah, and for Occupy Thrones, I think there's a lot more that they have to deal with. Again, we saw them in action earlier today. There's a lot of promise. They have to consider the fact that it's Vin, all right? Vin is a monster.
Well, they're a
when it
little
comes to
warmed up
setups.
now.
I think there was a point in time in 2022, maybe 2 or 3 months, I just
Yeah.
called him Franco
They're a little
Man.
warmed
Oh,
up
yeah.
now.
Complete Franco man. And right now, key to victory, honestly, for Occupied Thrones, Fury is their main win condition. And what they need to
I
do,
leave-
in my
I leave
personal
tomorrow.
opinion, is to
I leave
get
in
a
12
better
hours,
setup, because
guys.
The show is amazing
I'll be
here,
there on the
but
4th. I'll be
highly
casting on the
mechanical.
7th
And it
and
looks
on.
like Hulk probably
I'll be casting on the
especially
7th and on.
first
I got
game
2 new
for
suits,
M4,
boys. I'm gonna be
maybe
looking
not the
clean.
best to start with a very difficult hero to pilot. So it's kind of weird because you're putting yourself in a situation going up against one of the best teams in the world,
Oh, yeah.
where you want to use a draft that is easy to execute so you yourself don't make a mistake. But at the same time, if it's a simple draft, RQ can read it.
Yeah, something tells me Occupy Thrones stick to what works. And
Oh my
God,
God.
this
Look at
is
the crowd.
possibly the most one-sided prediction we've seen in all of the group stage so far in M4. Correct me if I'm wrong, Arashi.
It is very, very one-sided, but you can't say you're surprised. This is RRQ we're talking about.
Viva RRQ!
This, Viva RRQ,
It's got
man.
me going, dude. It's got me going.
Viva
I mean,
RQ!
That's Arashi Hoshi, so
Come on,
I gotta say.
home ground advantage.
Home-
we
Home court
hear,
advantage.
we hear the crowds like they're loving this.
Everyone's
But
gonna be
again,
gunning for the
we're here
Americans.
to
We're
talk
cool
about
with
the
that.
game.
We're used
We're
to
here
it.
to talk about the show.
That's what M4 is all about, baby. Woodrich. Everyone's gunning for everyone, bro. Just like everyone's gunning for PH right now.
Meta standings, blah blah blah.
That's what everyone's really
The
gunning
world
for.
will turn upside
Everyone's
down.
gunning for Blacklist,
Australia will be
Echo.
right side up.
Correct. Just safe to say, all right? It starts here in the draft. Let's see.
They're the
Occupy
reigning
Drones
champions right now,
down to
man.
business. Taking out the Kaja, taking out the Faramis, RRQ, banning out the 1-1 and the Joy. Folks, it's not Coach Fiel on the stand right now. I believe that is Coach Achil joining Arcadia in the draft.
Ooh, I mean, they are banning away all these high maneuver, high movement heroes coming in from the side of Occupy Thrones. Maybe they're trying to stave off that aggression because RRQ, they have been known to try and experiment and be a lot more flexible team. Usually, they used to be known to just go guns blazing, no breaks at all. But now, they have shown that they have some patience and they get a little crafty with their tempo of the game.
I actually want to have a conversation with the both of you, right? Because right now, RRQ, again, favorites. Is this a situation where they kind of, instead of being very analytical about
Our
draft, I'm pretty
seven's
sure they
kind of
will.
bigger. True.
But I kind of feel like
RJ,
winning
what's up?
is not enough. They got to
Valentina
win
ban.
with
Like flair.
with flair.
They go
with
for the glue ban?
dominance,
Glue
with
ban?
show. So is it a good idea to draft in a way where you have like
They're thinking about
three
it.
early game heroes and then just one late game hero just in case something goes wrong?
Nice
Because
mustache
this
you
is
got
one of the
there, Occupy
situations where
Thrones.
Since they're the favorites,
Nice
a lot
beard
of
you
people are
got there,
looking at them to
Gato.
win. But is winning enough?
Looking at the lineup, especially
Let's
since
not
they're
talk
level
about the
play
Valley
here,
versus
I
S11
think
game.
I'm agreeing. Like they would put the core.
Oh
hard
shit!
in
I'm
mid,
sorry. I'm sorry.
And then let Lemon do that. And
I'm
give
moving my
Skylar
cam.
something like a fighter.
You guys just yell at me.
It's
Be like,
happening
Trex,
before. I
mean, here's
fucking
the thing, it's
move, bro.
Even if he wants
Get
to
your
market
camera
it,
out of the way.
Like, give something like a Brody,
Oh, bro, yeah,
like
yeah.
a Popol, right? Like you can get your advantages very, very fast.
With the Papa and Koopa, definitely, and with RRQ's playstyle, that is definitely something that can work. They've banned out the Fredrin as well, so trying to deny a lot of the crowd control.
Glue.
open.
Pick up the glue. Pick up the glue.
Oh yeah, glue.
Oh.
Okay, if they let go of glue, like that's pretty confident.
Yes.
But if they can win, then that really shows something here. And
Oh!
Pick up
are
the
we
glue.
surprised? Glue first
VV
pick,
Mark,
like,
what's up?
The undiable man.
Not
The
at all. No, no, no.
Undiable jelly.
But here's the thing. Achil and Arcadia, something's coming. It's part of the plan.
Seems like it's all
There's got to
part-
be a reason why.
Faramis is banned. So
Faramis is
Faramis
banned.
cannot be used as a counter against glue.
I mean, sometimes you just don't need a counter. You just need to play around it.
We'll have to see because R7 is the XP laner for RRQ, and he's known to have a lot of rotations, a lot of creative ways to approach fights. But now with the glue being such an oppressive presence in his lane, can he replicate the same kind of performance?
Again, with a hero like Glue in your matchup, I call him the
Lemon
relentless one, El
Vexana?
Capitan. I don't know how much
Stop.
relentlessness you can get in.
Stop.
I
Like,
want to see
he's
Carry. I want to see
Stop.
Carry right now.
Carry.
And Carry has been picked up.
Carry Dita.
Carry
Carry
Dita.
Dita.
Because again, Carry can kill any tanks. You could be meta, but you're nothing in front of my eyes. I'm the carry. I will carry the entire team to victory, and Carita controls the map. And right now, we're going over Occupy Thrones. They picked up the Leslie.
Yo,
Very interesting approach.
Coach Mundo's over the Beatrix. Like, no more.
No more.
There's something is up with the Beatrix, but Gado, no more.
They just haven't been able to make it work. But right now, if you think about it, right? Being on that Leslie,
Bro,
is gonna be
Leslie
a lot
and
more important
M4.
for the positioning
Can-
to have a lot of
that's
sense,
the
because
real
Leslie is a
fucking-
marksman,
that's
but
the
she
real
can
mother-loving
DPS. If you can
surprise
find
here.
opportunities to try and
None of
pick
these
off one the
teams,
future
it's
members,
Leslie.
one
All the
of
Leslie
points,
mains
Leslie
right now are
can
losing their
First-
goddamn minds. She's
Very
finally
risky right now.
meta.
Akai has been
Years
picked
of
up. So
hate,
far, I would say the
years
Akai
of
has been
mistrust
pretty
in
good
epic
for
ranks.
any of the teams.
People picking up the
And
Leslie in the gold
I'm not
lane.
so
You're
sure,
finally
but
validated.
looking at the lineup, right now RRQ, they picked up the Benedetta, and I'm talking about it because perhaps Occupy Thrones, they're kind of going back
It's been
to what
years
they
of Leslie
did in their-
hate.
in their first game.
Torches have been in the
Have
out
two
in
main
the
damage
stands
dealers. So
for
in
years.
this kind of situation,
People have been getting reported
what
for
would be
years
good
for
is Skylar
picking
can be
Leslie
like,
in the
I
gold
can
lane.
kind of take care of myself. All of you guys dive to the back line. Now there is a Benedetta for RQ. They could just add more and give enough pressure towards the Leslie. Try the attack. I dare you.
I mean, right now they want to dive towards the back line against an Akai, though, so that's going to be a bit of a tough assignment.
It's like an oxymoron. Like, I should do this, but not that. But I mean to do this.
It's counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but if anyone can make it work, it's going to be the unpredictability of RRQ that will shine through here. And they ran out of
man.
Farsa as well.
Yeah, they know that Occupy Thrones is short on range. I would not be surprised if this last man over here would be a savior.
Yeah, right now we're looking at both mid laners for both teams, and I kind of feel like this is appropriate because, again, Fury did great. And Lemon, we all know he is greatness, especially in MPL Indonesia. So
Sweaty
the GOAT,
Beatrix,
he's the
what's
real
up, man?
GOAT,
Good to see
I mean,
you.
Like, again, belated happy birthday and all, but
Happy birthday.
Fake.
we are not entirely sure this Karita, is it going to be a roam Karita? Because we usually see the Karita.
Low
is-
blow,
Exactly.
low
But
blow,
they
shake,
could
low
have
blow.
used it.
Yeah,
It's
there,
from
there are two flavors of
Occupy
Khajiit right
Thrones
now.
doesn't count. It's
Mid
low blow,
and
bro.
roam, and both are just as lethal.
And Lemon is well known to try and make those crazy plays, those insane
They're
plays.
probably
where at a
better
glance,
than me
you don't
and
even
you.
know what he's going for.
Oh, yeah.
So
But
it counts.
on a hero like a Khadira, that is the kind of pick that will really suit his playstyle.
I'm even thinking, what if it's just like, you know what, Lemon, you can use the Karita, so use the Karita. How about we just pick up the Diggy and kind of just like cancel out the Akai? So be like, now there's no more oxymoron. So it's like, if we want to die, just die. Who's really going to stop us?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Come on in.
Yes, come on in.
Here's that ban that's got me thinking, are they allowing the Savior and Fury? Because they take out the Estes. Do they know something? Because look, Maro's very vocal about, oh look, they banned the Estes. What's going on?
Ooh, getting out the Estes, trying to make sure that they can get the burst damage. They don't want security, but in this situation,
Here, I don't
surely
know.
the Diggy would be a better pick than the Estes to try and deny those
I'm
pickup
gonna go with my boy
potential from
Basic,
RQ.
the Retry
Right
God.
now,
Come
RQ,
on.
Like, again,
Taking
I'm just
Basic
saying
everywhere
it
with
could
me
be
when I
a
get to
very good
Indo.
pick because Diggy you can use
Trying to
defensively, but you
retry
can
some
also use
stuff,
very
you know what I'm
offensively.
saying?
And I kind of feel like banning out the
Trying to hit
Estes,
him with the
they're
retry
probably
in the
thinking
crowd.
Because, again, the way that they play, they want to stick together, right? Making sure that Fury can deal the damage, as well as their gold laner. So they're like,
Shakes, I'm
maybe
kind of mad at
what
them.
RQ is going to do
True.
is they have a lot of burst damage. And burst type heroes don't like healing because you basically dealt all of your skills
And then it's undone.
and then it's undone. So I kind of feel like this show that they want a lot of burst on their side, and now they have a
Oh.
Terizla diving in, very big boy,
Mick boy.
can
Big
be
boy.
taken down,
This-
and can deal a lot of damage.
This is not a drill, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, actually picked up by RQ Hoshi. Is this going into the XP lane? Going into the jungle?
That's a scary part. You never really know. It's an absolute unit of hero, and in the right lane is just such a big problem. Right now for Occupy Thrones, we have to see what exactly is their solution here because there's so many dashes. Something that can punish that or stop that can be very useful.
It's not even impossible that this might go into mid.
Oh,
It's possible that this could go mid.
right?
Right?
Terizla?
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
a lane
why
bully.
not?
Like a lane bully.
Exactly.
maybe.
Why not? Okay.
It's RQ on their opening day. They can do anything they,
they gotta
want.
put a statement.
Gotta
Yeah.
make a huge statement, trying to show dominance, being one of the main favorites, but ooh, this is Mara on that Franco here. That's a lot of pickup potential if it lands onto the right peak.
Yeah, Franco man against the Franco man. There's a little bit
You're gonna
of,
scream all the game?
This is an oxymoron. It's like, I'll play the Franco against the Franco specialist, but
I don't
yeah,
know,
bro.
Look
Kier.
at this.
Yeah, he's like,
Focusing on
I
Vin is
know,
like,
I know.
you're using.
I'll turn down my
hero.
mic a little
but I
bit,
do like the
guys.
Sicilian pick.
Let me turn
The
down my
Sicilian
mic
pick
a
is
little
solid
bit.
Because again, we were talking about how Farsa's banned, Saber's banned, but I think
I don't
Sicilian's a better
know.
pick, especially for a late game lineup like Occupy Thrones.
Can they reach that late game though? It depends because there's a Khadira, and if the Khadira gets rolling, it is a very oppressive presence, especially for a vulnerable mage like a Sicilian.
Franco.
Right now, RQ, they finish off with a savior of their own. And so it looks like Vin will be piling the Kadita. And we've seen Kadita not doing well if the early game is not good. But having Albert on the Benedetta as well as having the Terizla, I don't see them losing the mid, the EXP, and the jungle. They can force a fight. They can really
What
force a
did
fight
you say?
against the Sicilian.
They can just keep going. I think the only real thing is you have to watch out for mana. But that aside, they can just keep going. This is, wow. They answered the glue here by going, on and on. Fight forever.
Well, Glue doesn't really do well moving backwards. It's always a very oppressive hero, provided that he is actually aggressing. So maybe RQ just plan to fight fire with fire and bring the aggression to Occupy Thrones instead.
Could this be the answer to the glue?
Well,
Very surprising.
we're about to find out because going in to this first game, let's introduce again both teams from Jakarta, RRQ Hoshi going up against Occupy Thrones from Mina.
It's an Egyptian and Saudi Arabian squad, and
I think you
all
meant
eyes are on
stream.
Maro.
Yeah, I'm
I
streaming
promise
all
you,
night,
the game
bro.
changer here,
All
especially
night.
come the mid to the late game, are those perfect hooks. It's gotta come from Maro.
He's on that skin as well, so it's a very... Some people say it gives you a buff almost. You get better when you use this skin. We'll have to see if that is the case for this particular game. He is looking for...
Bro, I will say this.
In the early game, that Franco is just so
Franco is
the
the game changer. All it takes is one hoof.
It's going to be the same pattern.
It adds
Keep on doing
a
that,
slight
and he will
threat
prove your
level
point.
here.
When you use the skin, you get better. Now, RRQ, sure, they get poked a little bit, but I kind of feel like Fury and Maro, they took a little bit more. Right now, RRQ, they got to look at which part of the map do they really want to control. Same thing with Occupied Thrones, because looking at the map right now, it looks like Terzla is winning against the Glue. I'm not familiar with this matchup, so I can't really say for sure which one will have the better laning phase.
Yeah, this could be the precedent. We could figure out if really that Terzla is the answer, or at least this kind of lineup and this approach could be it. We're about 40 seconds away from the first turtle, and there's a lot of pressure on gold lane. RQ Hoshi given God of hell.
Well, RQ Hoshi like playing for the gold lane. Skylar is one of the main players that they rely on to carry. And carry, despite being a late game specialist, actually has a lot
Albert
of
with the
healthy damage
rotation
in the early game. Albert right now will be colliding with Leo. Just spawning him out right here in the XP lane. That's where the real fight is going on. Hawk against R7 1v1. Hawk will be finally able to escape.
Hulk going down.
Final blow. He's so low.
Gets a little bit of health. Oh!
Through that kill. Albert in a tough spot, 1v2, but the mobility will allow him to escape.
Wow! Not a single
flicker.
punish on the baby alien. He gets away with it.
I mean, like, look at how they actually executed it, because they even like telegraphed, like, I will attack you. Glue or no glue, you're gonna go down. And at least for right now,
Oh, wait, I gotta move my camera. Guys, you have to tell me to
is
move
really
my
controlling
camera.
Hulk, making sure that he doesn't get ahead. And he has to be aware of that, because if he can't win the 1v1, it's gonna look bad whenever someone wants to come and trade.
Bring comes to the Breath of the Ocean. The rough waves also takes Maro out. That will be the roamer, not available for
That's
the
rough.
first turtle play. And RRQ, they're looking to straight away capitalize as Albert goes in. 1v1, dumps a lot of damage onto Leo. Let the final blow actually fails
What?
though. Hawk steals the turtle. Leo makes a play with a heavy spin, but that will be for nothing. Hawk is still just dueling 1v1
Thank you,
against
Vin
R7,
Mark.
But that is
Mark.
that advantage.
Like finding
Dude,
a
your
needle in the haystack.
camera. There
I
you
don't
go.
know exactly what triggered the damage from the glue that actually took down the turtle there, but hey, Occupied Thrones can walk away with what they can. That's a small victory.
I kind of think like it might
Bro,
have been
people
the
were
slam
sleeping on
but
Chicken in the
either way,
XP.
that we did not see.
Everyone
that,
was like,
that
why
coming
isn't he
out.
playing gold?
Vin
Like,
catches
bro.
Maro, but looks like it's not that big of a problem just yet.
Ooh, the Bloody Hunt being used now. Vin being very low.
Oh!
By Fury 77.
Well
Leo
done. Well played.
trying to try and get some more. And it's just these small pickoffs, the roamers.
It looks like Occupied Thrones, they're not afraid to actually get fights here and there. And RQ Hoshi, they're reading it.
Everyone was wondering why Chicken's playing EXP and not gold. Bro, Chicken's EXP is godly.
Very confident up here. And Albert, he's putting so much pressure all across the map. It's like every single
Bro,
time.
Chicken's
the camera
EXP is
pans,
way
Albert's
like
there.
Chicken's a
He is
great gold
playing
laner.
that
Don't
Demon
get me
Slayer
wrong,
Benedetta,
but his
look at
EXP
Skylar
is
right here.
way
1v2.
better.
Heavy spin actually does not land onto him.
His
But look at Albert.
I really
Skylar as
consider him
well.
one of the best
Oh,
EXP
Skylar
lanes,
very,
like,
very low. He'll
out
finally
there,
get taken
bro.
out as we see Vin trying his best to try and equalize. It won't be available though, and that is one strike back from Occupied Thrones.
Maybe 2 or 3 seconds too late. Vin came to the
I
rescue.
mean, Chicken's just
Skylar's
pro. Like,
flicker
Chicken's just
was
a
on
godly
cooldown.
player all around.
And the main difference between Albert and Leo is the fact that Albert is more
It shocked me.
proactive. And folks, what you're hearing right now is a cheer within the stadium.
It's a drum.
I thought something
Yeah.
fell. It's like boom, and it's like boom,
Chicken,
boom,
Hood
boom.
Rich.
It's like, okay.
Chicken's
I'm
gold
just
got
dropping it over
third
the-
place last year, so
I love
I
it,
mean,
but that was a very
if he
interesting
sucks, if
interaction
his
between
gold
the Franco
sucks, then,
Irish
like,
hook as well as the Hurricane
95% of the
He pulled
world's
it
gold
back
lane
in
is
and then
complete
pushing
trash.
It away again. I gotta feel like it's something that they have to put into
Of course.
consideration whenever they continue an attack.
But the potential for it is huge, right? Like, that's massive displacement.
Massive.
Displacement, that's for sure. And now RRQ just circling around this turtle. They're looking for a way to maybe capitalize on a fight at the same time. Vin already still very exposed though, and as an opposite, that is going to be the secure
Here we
being
go.
taken by Leo. But look at that.
Leo takes
They're
another
actually
turtle.
going for R7 as well. They're looking for more.
Uh-oh, R7 goes down.
So stuck in the turtle pit. He'll finally get taken out by Hawk. Actually,
Vin goes down.
that will be.
Uh-oh.
That is a disaster
Occupied
for
Thrones?
RRQ. They lose 2 members and the turtle as well.
Hulk smash!
Dude, like right now, Occupied Thrones is actually getting a lot of work done because 100% turtle secure.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Skylar forced to flicker out. Finally, he is actually able to survive
Uh-oh.
in a dangerous situation.
Uh-oh.
Snipe with a cooldown.
What's going on here, Leo?
Oh
What's
man,
going on?
they're almost 2K ahead and they're taking control of the lower part of the map. I don't know if R7 is enough to stop this.
Oh, he goes all in. He finally takes out Fury 77, and Hulk tries his best to try and turn it back.
That girl
He's
looks
just
like
way
she's about
too
to
low,
cry.
though. That's how the damage is insane. But on the other side, the rough ways from Vin will be able to take out Maro as
This is a
well.
bloodbath,
Oh,
boys.
this is a scrappy matchup. We were just saying how Occupy Thrones was in control, and just as quickly RQ Hoshi goes, nuh-uh, no, wait.
Hey, now this is a game, right? Fights on fights on fights.
Yeah.
This is Arashi's home, guys. Like, I like violence. Don't you like violence, Arashi?
Early game tempo, man. This is the exciting gameplay we've all been waiting for.
Answer the question.
Do you like violence?
I love it, man.
Looking at the items, is there enough here for Occupy Thrones or even Arkeoshi to have violence
Yeah.
on demand?
Right now, I'm looking at
Violence on
Terizla.
demand.
I'm looking at Terizla. He's being very, very aggressive because he has the Fury Hammer as well as the Bloodless Axe. So it's like, yeah, screw defense. We'll build that later. I want damage right now. I want to make sure that I can get advantage on his glue.
I will heal by hurting others.
Yeah.
Vin goes in, he's forced to use the rough waves, though. He's
Uh-oh.
in a tough situation,
Uh-oh.
alone all the way on the side. That will be a kill for Occupy Thrones. It's RQ. They go for
Bro,
a
Occupy
weird
Thrones
fight
is coming in
after
swinging.
the turtle is actually
Come
spawning.
on, boys.
And what's weird about it more is it's a 4v4. And in
M4's
a 4v4
hype.
that,
We're only in the
given
group
that there
stage.
is
This
a
is only
battle,
day 2.
Occupy Thrones is way ahead.
Yeah, right now, Occupied Thrones, it looks like they're starting to read what RQ is all about. Albert taking a lot of damage, and I kind of feel like that's kind of what's happening towards the entire game, where he's everywhere. But
It's the
everywhere he
beard
goes,
buff.
he
The
gets
beard
hurt,
buff,
and
bro.
Gato just
Gato
finishes
with the beard
Berserker
buff.
Fury, and for Leslie, that is a huge power spike.
Ooh, Albert goes in with the upper final blow, trying to make sure he secures that turtle.
Oh,
Leo again!
It's taken by Leo yet again. He will pay the price for it though, as Hulk just zones everybody away. Look at the Iron Hulk being used by Maro. Skylar in a
Uh-oh.
situation, but he's
Uh-oh.
still alive. He's still alive and doing a lot of damage for RRQ, and he is actually forced to back away, but RRQ, they clap back from that play.
So close. There could have been more that Occupy Thrones done with that kind of engagement. I had my eyes on Maro, and he had his eyes on Skylar, and it was so close. He could have taken down RRQ's gold laner.
My eyes were everywhere because that was a fight, and right now it really looks like, you know what, Glue has to be perma-banned, man, because we're going to look back at the instant replay to really understand what happened just now, where the fight around mid, Leo again, right now 100%, turn to secure rate for
Looks like we're watching an NA game right now, boys.
Goes to the backline, making sure that not enough damage is there. But Fury 77, he was left alone. So it looks like both teams have the same idea. Go to the backline right now. Hulk is getting attacked.
He is pressed down, but he is able to escape, but Albert is making chase. Unfortunately, the regeneration is way too much. Now RRQ, once again, trying to establish a foothold in this game.
Given what's happening here in this about 8
Looks like we're watching a top 64 game right now, boys.
Occupy Thrones. It's not clear that they're winning.
It's a bloodbath.
but the fact that Leo is sacrificing himself for the
Whoa.
major
Oh.
it's making a difference.
That is
R7
a triple,
with the
but
pin.
R7 now is the next
Leo,
target.
pin him.
He's
Pin him, Leo.
Oh.
Play. But no, it won't be enough, as Vin now is the one caught in a tough situation. Skylar tries his best to deal out a lot of damage. As Lemon,
Oh, no,
the
hook.
hook lands onto him. It won't amount to anything as Leo finally gets taken out. Double kill with a shutdown for Fury 77.
Arashi, the violence, the carnage. Look at all the bodies underneath tier 1 in mid. And Occupy Throne stands tall.
Yo, Leo, we gotta look for their coach, man. What happened between then and now? Like, all of a sudden, they just, like, woke up. It's like, we're ready for Arki Hoshi because that fight, it wasn't clean. But that's the kind of fight I like to see. Fury 77 actually kiting things up.
Oh, my God.
Side hook onto
it's
Albert.
Maro, what?
Buy this skin.
That is very,
But
very
why
dangerous.
skin?
The skin difference, man, is just making it so obvious. And if that hook lands at the right moment, whew, that could have been really, really disastrous for RRQ.
All right, so far, key for RRQ to regain control is vision. I think they need to watch out really for where Maro is. And
Bro,
the
he hit
angle
him with
that
the
Leo's
Tokyo
coming
drift
at.
right there. He hit
These little base by Vin.
Oh, Iron Hook again! Suppression is being used as
GG's.
well as Vin will be taken out without being able to use any of his spells.
Bruh,
And RRQ
Maro,
is forced to back
Maro,
away from
Maro.
this Lord.
My
Look at RQ
analysis
fans.
is- yeah,
Look at those
buy
RQ
this
fans.
skin. Like,
Straight
literally,
face,
because
sad,
Maro's doing
looking
a lot
like they're about to
for
cry
team.
in the
All
corner
goes
right
on to
now. I'm
Albert,
sorry, guys.
And Albert, right now, he's having
Bro,
a
look at
tough
him in the
time
crowd.
to
They're getting
actually get
worried.
in
They're
range
stressed.
To the Lord R7 at the
They're
at the
stressed.
front. And right now, Hulk is doing 1v3.
Hawk is zoning everyone away from the Lord. That'll be a shutdown picked up by Skylar, but the Lord is secured by Leo and RRQ. they are powerless to change the outcome.
Nobody's-
Oh, look at the
God.
hook again. R7 alone. Fury pops the ultimate as well. And now you can see Albert goes in to try and help out, do something more
Dear
as
God.
Leo follows up. Vin late to the party yet again. It won't be enough as Leo just taken very, very low. But look at the dawning light. Finally trading back a kill for RRQ.
It's
RQ,
scrappy, it's
okay,
dirty, but
come
boy,
on,
oh boy,
RQ.
does Occupy Thrones appreciate this kind of gameplay. They're 2K ahead.
I'm supporting
I think this
everybody.
one was worth it,
Listen, I
despite the
don't have
trades.
anything
And
against
look at
RQ. They can
I
still
think
win
this
this.
is where they need to be.
Quick,
This is where they
quick
wanna
side note,
be.
guys.
They
Nothing
have
against
Gato
RQ or their
safe,
fans.
far
I
away
love
from
all the
trouble.
teams.
Right now, looking at the players' goal,
We're just having
as
fun,
well
guys.
as
We're just
Lemon.
having fun. If it was
1,000 goal
Occupy
difference between
Thrones
both
winning,
later.
losing,
So right now,
right
Lemon
now
has
I'd
to
be
find
saying
a
the
way
same
to
thing
get
about
a
their
little bit more
fans.
gold onto his hands so that he
Wait,
has
RQ is
extra
actually going to lose,
damage
right? I
going
don't
on
know.
to the side of Occupy because, again, the Dawning Light secured a kill. Perfect. Amazing. But right now, they need a little bit more DPS because Skylar can deal the damage. But every single time he goes in front, he has to be careful because with Maro hitting all these hooks, that's
This
amazing.
play being used by Occupy Thrones, though, looking for an opportunity. Albert goes in to clear the Lord, but look at the side lanes.
My
Leo
coins.
putting Vin away.
My
First as
coins.
well.
Uh-oh, Vin
All
down,
the
Vin
damage.
down.
Look at the combo traded back.
Blue with the
Maro
heavy
gets
spin.
taken
Maro
out.
does
Both
fall.
overs down as
Skylar looking for
doesn't
something.
fall
Albert coming in,
aggressively.
taking a bit too
Albert
much
as well.
damage. Fury
Shot
firing
down,
these shots in
and
the
look
back
at
and
the
just
HP.
bursting them
One
down.
for Leo.
One, Grandma! One! But look at down bottom. All was worth it because Hulk was pushing away at tier 2.
no.
Albert, baby
Oh,
alien!
no.
Baby alien!
He's going to be
He's fine.
covered by R7. That is a very, very close situation, but Albert makes it out alive.
All right, so one thing is clear. Once Occupy Thrones sees Vin, they are not pulling any punches. I think that's one big problem that a Kadita Rome has.
This is what I want to see, confidence and trusting your shot caller. Like whoever's in front is like, yeah, let's go for this target. Right or wrong, as long as you act on it, you will get results. And
Make it right.
Make it right. I like what they're doing right now. They're
Next
not
one.
being scared. They're
Yeah,
not trying to
no
run
coach,
away. They're
no
trying to fight
analysis.
back. And now with a 2.4K gold lead, and it looks like Gato as well as Fury 77, they're doing a lot of damage. Skylar, because he flickered to the front trying to get the kills, it shows desperation. He still has to be careful, but this does show that RQ, they're feeling the heat from Occupy Thrones.
Occupy are the ones going for the purple buff right now. Leo with the heavy spin as well. R7 is forced to flicker out. Skylar, Chung very low as Hawk goes.
Uh-oh.
That is a huge play from Maro. Hawk escaped with his life in the midst of that situation. No one is taken out just yet.
Oh, wow, they're scrambling each other. They're scrambling each other. You see the composure of RQ Hoshi here. That could have been lethal. And again, they are down maybe one major core item, but they knew that this was not the fight to take. And I think Occupy Thrones also just had to think twice, like, no, don't.
I just like that right now, Occupy Thrones, they're really running very, very fast because in that previous fight, they were able to dodge the Dawning Light. And now, Occupy Thrones, they're starting the Lord. RQ, how will you respond?
Vin gets spotted by the snipe.
Do they really want to start the
Lord?
Lord?
It doesn't land. That's a flicker
gotta be
down
careful
for
here.
the Franco, and
Albert's
RRQ
gonna try to come in
look at
clutch.
the opportunity. They see
Albert.
an opportunity to just capitalize. as
Uh-oh.
Hawk goes in alone.
Hulk
He
a little
gets
too
bursted
deep,
down,
gets
though.
bursted
That
down.
is
This is
not
bad.
good at
RQ
all.
will now have the
front line
advantage
for
on
the
this
side of Occupy
Lord.
Thrones as RRQ push them away. Maro and Leo tries to get a pickup, tries to get something. The steal, can it happen yet again? It won't be available. That is being used right now, but look at that. That is a mega kill picked up by Fury 77, but Skylar will be picking up a kill as well. The fight is not over.
gotta look for it, they gotta look
And
for it.
OG, they're trying their best.
Uh-oh.
Securing the lock.
Albert goes
It's gonna be
down.
Skylar is still a 2-4-3, but that was a bloody endeavor from both teams.
They served them all up to the GOAT. Lemon just had them all set up, lined up, and
RQ coming
swing.
back.
Oh my
The fans are getting
Lord.
hype again. The
RQ
fans are
Hoshi
getting
now
hype
back in
again.
control,
They're in the crowd
scoring
cheering
that
now.
Lord. That's a luminous Lord.
Tears to
Yeah, right now,
cheers.
Skylar is putting on his big boy pants.
You gotta
because
love
look
it.
at the items. Right now, it's very scary. Demon Heart Sword, Scorching Scythe, Golden Staff, as well as the Endless Battle. He has a lot of heal. He has a lot of true damage. So Hulk, he has to be careful of that because he went in alone. That's not the best thing that you can do. Someone is not listening to the shot call because that was not coordinated well.
Yep. So also, something to point out, he's not picking up the usual Wind Talker because, again, Leslie is not one.
Skylar gets hooked out, but it won't be his death. R7 comes in to zone everyone away, and RQ stabilized. They have a lot of damage done on the top turret. Maro is lethal right now. That is dangerous.
Watch out. Still could be a game changer despite RQ being ahead. But I was saying, Wind of Nature, Skylar's not building one because Leslie is not a marksman you build the Wind of Nature against.
Yeah, true damage, man, not physical damage. And right now, RQ, with just one Lord, they've already turned things around. 500 goal lead ahead. It is not big, but considering they've been on a deficit for like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, this is huge. This is great. But again, looking at how Maro is playing this Franco, he could really change things around if he could get Albert, Lemon. I don't think he's going to get Skylar, but if he does, then, dude, Occupy Thrones, they're going for it.
Lemon right there with a Dawning Light is able to chunk Gado down to half HP. That is one spell on a very low cooldown. If they can do that again and again, they can almost get a guaranteed 4v5 in these big objective takes.
Yeah, no, more likely they are. I mean, the time that Skylar and Albert bought for Lemon is going to pay dividends.
Uh-oh.
Flicker onto Vin as well. That will be unstoppable, picked up by Fury77.
Vin kind of feeding
battle here between Vin and Maro.
Can I just say, LaFell, that was overkill?
I kind of feel like they have some kind of vendetta with Vin, and just Vin.
Yeah.
That was highly unnecessary.
4 ultimates?
Like, it was worth it.
3 ults?
They want to send a message.
Yeah. It's like, specifically you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they're going to lose this inhibitor. Oh.
That is the pressure being exerted
That is
by
the pressure.
RRQ. And now, Occupy Thrones going for the purple buff will be able to secure it away. That's unfortunate for Albert.
Oh, well, I mean, I was going to ask if that was worth it, but yeah, no ults were harmed in the stealing of that purple buff. So yeah, that was worth it.
I mean, like, in
was
this
just a hook.
I mean, like, okay, let's put into consideration, so like, yeah, you use a lot of ults, but if you're not going to fight in the next 30 seconds,
why not?
40 seconds, it's fine. Because, again, you want to create some kind of psychological pressure, and R7 goes in.
R7's very, very low right now, but look at the Dawning Light. Gado is half HP. The snipe does not land on the right person. Skylar being chunked out, but not nearly as badly as Gado was.
You know what? The draft between RRQ and Occupy Thrones now in hindsight is so multi-layered. It's so deep. Because there's so much.
Bro, I think Occupy Thrones needs to stop rushing the Lord, man. Oh god, conceal play, conceal play.
Oh Lord, this Lord fight.
Oh!
Again, Maro making the plays happen for his team. That is the roller from RRQ.
Dawning Light comes out, does not really connect.
It's still a 5v4, but RRQ are not backing away. Hawk is trying to zone everyone away, but it's
Occupy
not
Thrones
enough.
could take this one.
Albert
Albert on the sideline trying to come in. He is going to use that Electro final blow. Gato takes out R7. Albert looking for something. Skylar takes out Gatos. But Leo takes the Lord!
Secured by Leo, though.
Skylar is doing work, man. I mean, Leo, good job to you, man, securing the Lord. But still, is that going to be enough? Because in the later stages of the game, it almost doesn't matter if your entire team gets wiped out. It's just 2. But the thing is, the 2 that got hit was the damage dealers. And right now, we're going to look back at the replay because a lot of things happened. So let's break it down in this instant replay where the fight around the Lord. Look at Leo. He's taking a lot of damage from Skylar. And Skylar is really waiting for everyone to come to the front because he's like, I don't have to force this. Flickers in, goes on Fury, and this is the game changer. Skylar is baiting. Once he sees the bait has been took, he goes in front. He doesn't care. He flickers.
We got a game.
So
we got a game, boys. 18 minutes. This is what I like to see.
During RRQ's comeback, it's the same story with Skylar. But dare I say, in that moment, in that instant replay, my eyes were on the 6'5" Egyptian, the jungler from Occupy Thrones, Leo. He was on point. I could have sworn he used the retribution earlier in the fight, but he had it, and he knew that they needed this. Was that? What kind of Lord was that?
Oh, that was just a...
Was it a Evolve Lord?
Yeah, Luminous Lord. And look at Ghost Gaming, even he's like very hyped for this game.
Of course!
Yeah, Ghost is like, let's go, let's go, let's go!
He's a one-man cheering squad.
He's up against the whole kingdom of RRQ, but Maro
I don't like
here,
his odds.
all the hopes of Occupy Thrones are on Maro right now. He is the man that they rely on, and along with that, Leo with the retribution, man. It's been so solid so far.
So we're about a minute and a half until that next Lord. You think we're going to get there? You think we're going to have to wait for this? Or is somebody going to pull the trigger?
I kind of feel like we have to. And this is a situation where Occupy Thrones, if they can set it up, then it's going to be great because Maro's hooks has been so good. So if he can if he can hook someone around the Lord,
they're cooked.
They could create a very good situation because, in my personal opinion, don't focus on the Lord. Focus on the kills, man.
All right, so they turn on heroes.
It's so dangerous right now because both teams can scout right here. Lemon with the Dawning Light and Gado with the snipes right here. That is exposing everyone and allowing Vin and Maro to attempt that play. Unfortunately for Occupy Thrones, the Franco engage is just so much more dynamic.
It's so good. Look at Albert. I think this is the one game changer. Leo has to always be with his team to make that play. And again, that's what I'm saying about Albert since about minute 3 or 4. The Benedetta is the proactive one.
Yeah.
The Akai has to answer back. The Akai, you can see his plan from a mile away.
Yeah, right now,
Pray
back
for
to
the
keys to
hooks.
victory, RRQ, they need
Pray
use
to
their
the lords
experience, and
for
they're
the
using it
hooks.
because they understand that with the draft coming in from Occupied Thrones, they have to sacrifice
I love
one
this
lane.
dude that's-
And what lane it
Oh,
is,
he's like,
Albert
come on,
will go and attack it.
Obi-Wan.
And Skylar, he's been in so many fights in his life that he understands that because of the short range of the carry, you can't be too aggressive. But the moment he sees certain skills have been used, then I'm gonna go. If you catch me, catch me. But I will die, and I will bring most of you with me.
Yeah. And look, now they've started.
RRQ thought this game was
Hoshi
going to
made
be
the
easy.
call.
They thought this game was going to be easy.
So RRQ, they have a lot of options to play around with.
That's all I got to
Vin
say.
looking for a chance in the side, looking for a pick of potential. Leo is in position, though, to try and make this a very difficult contest. The Retribution battle has not been favoring RRQ, so Occupy Thrones are very happy to make a play time when the flicker is being used. Unfortunately, the hook does not land. That is massive for RRQ.
That is
You can
massive.
see they move in a more aggressive manner. Pay attention to Vin. Look at him. He's trying to make sure he gets the right play at the right time. They see him, though. Conceal is being used, but he's suppressed. He cannot make the play happen.
It goes
How
down.
is he taken out of the equation?
Now they're going to make the
And now
play.
Occupy
Leo
Thrones
comes
have
in,
the
gets a
chance.
pin on
Leo
Skylar,
comes in,
but
the
way
Immortal
too
has
much
been dropped.
damage.
Skylar is doing
Oh,
way
that's
too
it.
much
That's
damage.
it.
Lemon takes him out, but the Lord is taken by Albert. Fortunately for RRQ.
Bad play by
One man
Leo.
down from both these teams, but that is very, very valuable for RRQ right now.
LaFell, you said it right. At the end of the day, whoever turned on heroes first and whoever makes that call will win the fights. And RRQ Hoshi, they did just that. They baited out the ults first, and then eventually, yeah, you can separate Skylar from us, but the call is still there.
I actually like trading Vin there because he gave vision. He gave enough damage to Gato because if you look at his playstyle, if his HP is below 50%, he will not commit. And because Gato was not in like 2/3 of the fight just now around the turtle pit, around the Lord pit, Arkiyoshi really took that advantage. Like, yeah, kill Leo, get the Lord, get Prophet, and right now, can they actually survive with RQ here pushing with this evolved Lord?
RRQ trying to make sure that the waves are on point right here. The Lord is on the top side, so
They may be
RRQ
able to stop
can
this, though.
do a bit of a split push in the situation.
We
They
may
need be
go to
careful,
another
though.
Lord, guys.
At any moment, Mara can make
We
the
may
play
go to
happen.
another
His
Lord.
flicker is not
Occupy
available,
Thrones has a
unfortunately.
Oh!
Making the plays happen, initiating for his team. Skylar is dishing out damage upon damage as the Lord is distracting everyone else.
Oh, nice hook by Morrow!
There is going to be suppression being used on
R7 down.
but it won't be
Albert tries to
enough.
come in.
Both teams just going all in all. With the trunches coming out again and again. The rough
Skylar!
play
Fury taken out, Vin
will
finds
save
him.
But Skylar is still devastating, doing all the damage possible.
On the base, on the base, on the base.
He won't be able to save this
Hulk
game
trying to
for
do
his team.
something, but RQ takes
they reign
it.
Supreme.
Big
Great
congratulations
fucking game. Great
to
game.
RRQ
Great game.
Hoshi. But what a match. What a game. The debut of the King of Kings here going up against Occupied Thrones. It went all the way. And what an amazing showing by both teams.
For a good 10 to 15 minutes, Bali United Stadium was very quiet. But I'm glad now with the victory of RRQ Hoshi. It
The
seems
Kira!
like all is well. But let's not take away from Occupied Thrones. They got the Sang Raja into a corner.
Look
and
at my
kept
boy
them
hitting
there
him with
for
the
quite a
dance.
while.
He hit him with a...
The prodigy, the youngest player
He hit him
on
with
the
a-
team, Maro on that Franco. He is just crazy. At any moment, he just makes that play happen so decisively as well. There's no hesitation at all in his movements.
Oh, yeah, no. Gus Gaiman, there's more. Occupied Thrones can show more. You watch out. You wait for my team. We're not going home today. The knockout stage is where we're going to show off.
Bro, who
I
is
do
this
believe
guy?
him. I do believe him. I'm just assuming on what he's saying,
Hey.
but I do believe him in saying that there's more to Occupied Thrones.
We have to say this, that there was quite a lot of opportunities, a lot of
Bro.
moments where I think
M4's
everyone,
hype.
even in the comment section, is probably
M4's
looking
hype.
at this and it's like, perhaps
We
the
got
world
guys
is
yelling
turning
at other
upside
guys,
down.
starting to look like a
We're on the way.
football game
Because
out there.
RQ Hoshi,
Looking like a football
they won.
tailgate out there.
So
We got
along the way,
team
they've let
fans
out
fighting
quite a
each
lot.
other.
And that is an issue right here because RRQ, they're very well known to be very dominant, but afterwards, it's about that discipline, right? Can they maintain that perfect execution?
TV game was
all the
boring,
way
yeah,
for
because
around
TV
20
dominated.
minutes? But yes,
Any
there's
game
a
where
lot of
someone dominates
waste
is
and vibe
boring.
in the
There's
studio
energy.
right now. This is insane energy from the fans.
But just the same, for them to have come back, I think we'll see it later in the highlights, and it'll be more explained via the item builds and, of course, the stats that were put on the board. It was not easy at all. There was multiple steps for them to do that.
Again, I don't know what they're saying because we're wearing headsets, but again, like, that was an amazing game. Let's talk about the knowledge aspect of it. The moment I want to talk about analysis, they go even louder. Let's go. Do what you got to do. But
TV
again,
match
RK
next,
Hoshi,
boys.
The reason why they won is because of experience.
TV match next.
Control
The Valley,
game, control
dude.
the map, because
The Valley, dude.
the way that
Up
the
against
draft-
Brazil. This is
Alpha
actually the game
Drones,
I'm worried
they
about.
have to
This is the game
sacrifice
I'm worried
one
about.
lane. And because of why Albert was pushing, it caused him to have decisions. And when you have to think about decisions, you're not entirely sure what's your next plan of attack because you're always thinking about defending. Let's look at the items for both teams because this is one of the rare situations where we can see fully built items on all of the heroes. And in this game, Skylar really popped off because Carry is already an amazing hero. And the fact that he doesn't build a Wind of Nature because, like you said, Leo, it doesn't matter towards the Leslie, but a Winter Truncheon might be good.
Yeah, no, I think that was a juggled Winter Truncheon. Again, there was so much happening in that last maybe 30 seconds of the game that he needed to juggle. He sold the boots. This is the NBK, the no boots carry. And again, when you go about 20 minutes in, this game almost went 23, that's what happens. But, yo, look at the GOAT, though. 6-1 and 13.
6-1 and 13.
Belated birthday buff?
That is crazy. And on the other side, just on a quick note, 3 BODs on Gado and all that damage.
Oh, wow.
It still was not enough. RRQ,
Okay.
they're just way too clean with it.
That's cool, but I kind of feel like that's a little bit too greedy. Like, legit, I think that because the way that I see the game, like, he has enough damage, I wouldn't even mind him taking a Hunter Strike just for that extra movement speed because I think like, that's what he needed because everyone's chasing after him. He needs a little bit of movement speed. If he doesn't want that, then honestly, it's even fine to take the Brute Force Breastplate because damage is already good. Just survive. That's what you really needed.
You can't output damage when you're taken out, especially against a Benedetta, against a Kadita. There's just so many threats that Gado needs to maneuver away from, and I agree, LFL. I think some defensive options could be explored here.
Speaking of defensive, the baby alien on Albert, I love how he's grown up. I love how he's started to play more utility junglers, and this Benedetta was utility Benedetta.
Yeah, I want to talk about Fury, man. 100% kill participation with the team fights, Lemon 86. And I would say every single fight that's won, it is because of Fury. But right now, let's talk about the rich guy, Skylar. 754 gold per minute. And the thing about Xavier, he's extremely strong right now. To carry Lemon, 123,000 damage dealt. The Sandbag, Leo, he did the best that he can. 227,000 damage received. And Forgotten One, there's no way anyone will forget Maru after this game, man. 14 assists.
All right, guys.
I have no idea how many hooks
All right.
he has landed.
He's 17 years old, I believe.
Wow.
So he is a prodigy in the making. And of course, Leo just going toe-to-toe against Albert in that retribution department.
Damn.
Guys, remember how we saw those fans
Yeah.
almost
No,
crying
very
when
good.
RQ almost
Reminds
lost?
me,
You might
reminds
see me
me.
cry
It's
next
in the name.
game
It comes
if
with the
it's a
name.
Valley.
And with that, we got to name our most valuable player in this game. The MVP for RK Hoshi.
Hoodrich,
is going over
come on,
to
bro.
Lemon, 6-1 and 13.
I like you. Well, let's chill it out, bro.
Participation, the most
This isn't a channel to
damage
talk
dealt.
trash on.
And
I don't want to have to
basically
ban
what
you,
Arashi
bro.
said, any fight, yeah, Lemon's going to be
I got
there.
no
Lemon's
problem.
gonna make sure
People
that
having
Gado
fun,
can't join the
talking a
fight
little
because he
smack
plays
here and
dying
there.
Light.
He's just never going to give you up.
We like
never
to
gonna
do
let you
that here.
down.
We like
He's
to
just
enjoy
always gonna
ourselves,
Be there.
get a little
He
crazy.
Built, cooldown reduction, he built damage.
But don't be
and he
just
built that
plain out
burn.
rude,
Again,
bro.
I think it's this glowing one that really made Gado think every
Agreed.
single time if he can stay to fight. And it's like, no, I cannot always. And that's what made all these engagements for Occupy Thrones all the more awkward.
It also makes it very difficult for the tankier members to withstand the kind of poke because it does percentage HP damage. So Leo, trying to sustain in the front, he's just constantly chipped away by the glowing wand.
With this, we got to look back at the highlights because this is refreshing, right? For today, the third match, this is the one where a lot of things are going on. In early stages of the game, this caught me, and I feel all three of us by surprise, but Occupy Thrones actually catches the mistake from RK Hoshi where, Albert, you're being a little bit too forward. They're going to catch you. And Hulk smash, always getting to the back line, getting the proper targets, but things change when Skylar gets strong and when Lemon gets the glowing wand.
This is a very sporadic chain of events right
I love
here,
the shirt
but that's
tracks. Thank you.
exactly
Thank you.
where the team with more experience has an advantage. They've seen all this before. It looks crazy.
I'm already
to,
feeling the upcoming
to
pressure
Occupy
for next
Thrones,
game. Me
but
too.
RRQ, they are known to play like this.
Yeah, it's a matter of tunnel vision. Something tells me maybe they were too hard on the whole Vin situation, and that's exactly where RRQ.
Hood Rich, where are you
put
from,
Occupied
man?
Throne. Specifically Lemon, he knows where dudes were gonna be, and he was.
Where you
calling
from?
On Vin, it's like,
You're
all right,
from
are they
Indo.
there? Are they killing you? All right, my turn.
You're
Something
Indonesian,
tells me
Malaysian.
something like that, similar to that happened.
Looking at this highlight, if I'm any of the other teams, I will put a target on the back of Lemon as well as Skylar, because Lemon, he makes his presence known without showing his face, and Skylar, he's super patient. He is like micromanaging every single visual that's happening in game. It's like, okay, what spells do I see have been used? What skills
Red Axe,
do I
what's
see
up?
has been used? All of you are done. My turn. And again,
Exactly.
it's amazing. Lemon, Skylar, they just popped off.
The patience, I think, is what really shines for Skylar, because there's plenty of fights right there where you
Am
will
I
be
quiet?
tempted to try and participate because it looks like his team is actually falling behind. But he knows his limits. He knows when he has a window of opportunity, and it's always so
Uzaki?
difficult. There's so much effort required for Occupy Thrones to reach him in the first place before even trying to take him out.
Yep, it's the patience and the violence. I do believe Arkeoshi never lost their edge. They were always at a point in time wherein maybe we can try, maybe we can bait out a few ults and make them make a mistake.
guys want me to
And
be
it actually
louder?
had to come to that point. They were always somehow in control despite losing their top lane inhibitor first and actually being on the back foot for a majority of the game up until when it mattered. So with that being said, congratulations with the Sangraj. I do believe they will compete once more tonight in day 2. But the upcoming match, boy oh boy, I think a lot of us are looking forward to it. Me specifically, I think I'm going to stay in the studio just to experience it in the flesh, because it's going to be another matchup that the West has been waiting to watch, nay the world, and it's happening here live at M4. It's RRQ Akira going up against the Valley.
Again, man, like the games today, like we're gonna stop here because the second rotation of casters is gonna take over. But I gotta say, ending our cast with that game specifically, that was great. But I'm definitely gonna watch this as well. RQ
I mean, you
Akira
speak
going up
only
against
a little
the Valley.
bit.
The Valley won dominantly
I've been
in their
speaking a
fight.
lot.
We gotta see, how did they face up against RQ
When are
Akira?
my casting? I'll be there on
Sure, we're all
the. I'll
staying
be
by
there.
to
I'm
actually
leaving
watch
in
the
like
game as
12
well. And
hours.
as you mentioned,
Flying.
the
I'm gonna
last
start
game
my
was
flight in
insane,
like
man.
12
I
hours.
lost my
I
voice
land on
in
the
the
4th. I'm
process.
That's
casting on
good.
the 7th.
That's good. It's like battle
Towards
scars.
to the
Yeah.
end.
Great.
Yeah, embrace the violence,
Embrace the
Arashi.
violence.
Watch me in a year like, oh my god.
I mean, like, you know, like, violence doesn't solve problems if not enough violence is used.
Yeah, no, again, there's a lot more to
All right, let's
digest
all
from
come
that game.
clean, guys.
So if I
Who
were
did you put your guest
stay with
coins
us,
on?
Don't go anywhere. We're gonna
Who
go
did
on
you
a
put your
quick
guest
break.
coins on?
More action from the group stage of M4 coming at you once more on behalf of Arashi.
Don't lie to me.
At your service. My name
You
is
put 'em
Leo.
on Brazil.
You're watching the M4
I won't-
World Championships. Stay
Cool
with
if you put
us.
them on Brazil, guys. Well, we're gonna be a sad chat if the Valley loses. We're gonna cry together, guys. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Oh my god. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. $20 minutes. 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Review the last game. Bro. That game, listen, what is there to review, bro? Morrow fucking godly on the Franco. Time to go to the bro. Bro, don't act like you need 20 minutes to go to the hub. No, you know you get about 3 minutes in and you're back to the ML stream, bro. Come on. Come on. Stop with the lies, bro. Stop with the cap. 20 minutes. Psh. 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 You're right. You got to find their whole lot of scrolling around, you know, hitting the search bar a few times. Checking out the recommendeds. Wait, this is my voiceover.
But that journey must start at home.
This is me, guys. Wait, hold on.
Because you can't know who you are
Wait for it.
without remembering your past experiences.
Here we go. This is my voice.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption.
That's
The
me.
BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked,
What's my voice?
but they still
That was
call me
me.
traitor for
That was me.
I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete.
Still in
We're
America,
gonna put a
guys.
fight, that's
I
for
leave in
sure.
12 hours.
I'm coming for you, M4.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us. We push you back. You respect us. We respect you back. You doubt us. We will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
What's your thoughts on Falcon losing to Incendio? That was a game. That was a really good game. It was a good game. It was a good game. But Incendio kind of dominated, yo. I don't think it means anything big for Falcon. Like, it doesn't mean like they're trash or anything. But I will say that Incendio is a team we got to keep our eyes on, right? Like, they did decent against Blacklist. They just had some bad plays against Blacklist. I wouldn't actually say they did. Like, we saw the potential in them, but they also had some really rough plays. But against Falcon, they showed up. They showed up. They showed up, man. Bro, dude, I'm excited to see you, Cass. I'm excited to Cass. Yeah, but here's the thing, Zarasu. Todak is like, all right, so Zarasu said maybe Onik is still aiming for upper bracket, but won't be aiming for first place because they have already lost to Todak. So maybe Todak will not aim for second position because positions 1 and 2. Oh, you mean like first place in the bracket? I thought you meant like first place in the whole tournament. Onik always loses to Todak. Fun fact, Onik has never beaten Todak in any event. In like any big event. It's like their kryptonite, yo. They always lose to Todak. And I think every team, like, that's the good thing, that's the interesting thing about stuff like this, is like, and I was talking about this with some of the casters and stuff. Thank you, Hero. I was talking about this with some, like, depending on just how the bracket goes, like, any team could win, any team could lose, because like a lot of teams like can lose to other teams, but then beat other teams. And some of the same teams that they lose to could beat some of the teams that beat the. You know what I'm saying? It's like rock paper scissors on the board. Like a lot of teams just have certain teams that they're not going to do that great against, just because of play styles and things like that. It's just, I mean, Kodak just knew exactly But if I was like the Valley or any team, like Todak totally, like, here's the thing. They totally baited into Kyrie picking up that Fanny and then just bullied it. Like, you know that was the plan. You know that was the plan. Like, they just read on it like a book. After this performance, do you think RQ has any chance against Echo? I don't know. Bro, honestly, at this point, it's so hard. We have team, like, all right, so for example, like, Occupy Thrones just look like a completely different team than their game against RSG. So it's like, you just don't know. RQ could come in up against Echo and just be ready, stomping. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the group stage right now is freaking lit. Nothing is going as planned. Be real. Nothing is like falling exactly how we thought it would. There's been a lot of craziness going on. Mark my words. I said it before M4 started. I said this is going to be one of the best M series. You can check the Twitter. I said this is going to be one of the best M series we've ever had. One of the craziest. I think the table's going to get flipped over in this M series. Everything's going to change. The way we look at all the regions. I think the meta is so open right now. The jungle, so many picks are so many roles are so open to flexibility right now that, like, it's just really interesting. The last patch has really saved it. All right. 10 minutes, boys. Yeah, if they win the next match, it's secured for them. Even if they lose this match, I still think it's secured. I think well, no, we don't know if they're going to beat Team Hack, right? When is Dave casting? He casts also in the bracket. Only a handful of casters are casting the group stage. Dave, technically, by like Moonton's standard, wasn't supposed to be there till the 4th, but he flew out himself early, right? Why? Your comment got why? Question mark. Your comment got, what's it called? It was on the screen. Where's Y at? Is Y still here? Your comment was on screen, bro. Oh, sheesh, guys. Here we go, boys. The star player from Brazil, I would say it's everyone's talking about Luis. Luis is the tank, right? I'm still home. I leave in 12 hours. I think Team Hack and Brazil are going to be good opponents. But I still like we know Team Hack is like decent, right? But like we're only speculating that Brazil is actually going to do amazing on the stage so far. We've only really seen RQ Brazil during their own league performance. We'll see. Viva Brazil. What do I think he'll choose to be a jungler? I don't know. I mean, he just picked up a Kai, like, and that's the first Kai jungle we've seen so far. Just like at a comfortable, like, I think they just felt good. They just felt good about that game. I don't think they were too stressed about it. They didn't show too many cards in that game at all. Listen, I said in my prediction, I do believe this game could go any way. From the hype that's around RQ Brazil right now, if they hold up to where everyone's saying they stand on the power scaling, go any way. I fly out in 12 hours, Ballman. No, they didn't have a coach on stage, did they? Was Ballad on stage? I don't think so. Ballad is what's his name's brother. Oh, he was on stage? Nice. He was just there for moral support. The Valley, Vegas, dude. Hey, Trex, why you're still not flying to Indo and GDI already? Guys. G paid for his own flight, so he could go anytime he wanted. He had to pay for his own flight. I, on the other hand, am not paying for my flight. And Dave paid for his own day for the whole month that he was there early. Like, me and Dave were supposed to get there on the 4th together, but because Dave paid for his own stay that first month and stayed with the Valley and stuff like that, that's why he went early. You know? You know, guys, you know? You know what I'm saying? Here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. Bro, the Thamus pick, I love it. I would love to leave early, but I can't afford to miss that much work. Like, I'm only getting paid for casting, right? Like, if I leave like a week or something, I could have gone a week early. Like, they would have let me fly out early, but I would have had to pay for my own stay and food. On top of that, I'm not making money at work here in America, so it's just I couldn't leave that early, guys. Rex casting M4 Grand Finals. I'm not casting the finals, guys. I'll be in the stands. I'm still the new guy, guys. I'm the new guy. I'm the new guy. I am casting a lot. I mean, I'm casting. I'm doing some after game analysis and stuff. Honestly, though, so someone asked me about the Falcon Incendio game. At this point, Falcon could go to the lower bracket. mean, I will be casting in the bracket. I just won't be casting the grand finals. Oh, I know I can cast. Like, I know I'm a good caster. They're just not like people like Mirko and Leo and Gideon and guys that have been around for years are going to get the finals. And they deserve the finals. They've been doing it for years. If I just came in and they put me in the finals, everyone would be like, wait, what? It'd be like if a new caster came to NACT and out of nowhere they were like, all right, Trex, you're not going to cast in the finals of the NACT. Like last NACT for the very first live finals. If I didn't get picked as one of the casters for that live stage finals, I would have been a little upset. I would have been like, wait, what? Wait, what? What? I have more casting experience than anyone in NA. You know what I'm saying? There's kind of like a level. It's just like, honestly, if I didn't get invited, like when they were reaching out to NA casters as to bring some over, if I wasn't one of the NA casters chosen, I would have been like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? No offense to like, I love G, I love Private, they're great casters. I love a lot of the other NA casters, but I just, like, if you look at the numbers, I have more experience than everybody. Vuzaki, I am an M4 caster. I'm going to be there. You'll see me on the 7th on the desk. Yes. I fly out in 12 hours. I'll be there in the bracket. Buzaki. I didn't expect that. It's alright. It's alright, Buzaki. I'm new. Who's this handsome man? The Valley, dude? Listen, when I cast, if I somehow cast an M4 game, I'm going to say the Valley, dude.
The MLBB World Throne. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Mobile Legends Bang Bang M4 World Championship, where we are now entering day 2. 3 games have elapsed, 3 games still ahead of us, and today
Mirko's not casting, guys, sorry.
Eterna together with Naisu as well as Gideon here at
not
Jakarta, Indonesia.
Today's his day off.
Well, happy to be here. Happy to be on desk again with you, Eterna. And Gideon, I feel like I just saw you.
Yes, of course. And honestly, today's games can't be any more exciting. We're the second shift, but man, the West is really showing up today.
Ooh,
you guys are going to see me on that table, yes.
Once again, the battle of the West.
Except
but
it'll be at the
before we get
main
into that,
stage.
M4 is powered
The
by
main
Muton,
arena.
Presented to you by
They only
TikTok,
have
the
like
official
7 casters
content
doing
partner.
the
supported by
group
Secret
stage.
Lab, the official gaming chair, and Esports Charts, our analytical partner. Gank, our official merchandise partner.
Oh my G, my crush
Newatch,
Eterna.
our media partner, and last but not least, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Once again, thank you to our lovely sponsors, because M4 would not be here with your incredible support.
We just had a marching band come in.
Yeah,
with all of that. I was like, whoa.
Where did they get the drums from? They've got a whole party. They got the flags as well. People are ready for today's games.
I'm
But
from
once again,
America.
as you were mentioning, used to be East versus West.
I know.
This upcoming
Mirko's
matchup,
channel got
it's
hacked.
North versus South of the Americas. I honestly am not sure who's going to come out on top of the Valley already starting off strong.
I gotta say, man, after watching, now this is the first game that we're gonna see RRQ Akira, and I can't wait to watch it, but also, the Valley's performance in their previous game was clean. Like, that's the best way I would put it. It is clean across the board, objectively, and let's talk about, I mean, even fried chicken, right? I was about to say fried chicken. It's fried chicken. He's a monster on that Thamus pick, and I can't wait to see what they bring out for the next matchup.
I mean, basically you can say that, right? Because he fried his opponents there.
It
I mean,
works.
he went on the Thamus, what, 3v1, maybe even 4v1?
Fried him with the Inferno.
No,
insane.
middle is
There you
the
go.
anchor.
And we are about
Middle
to
is
check
anchor.
out today's schedule. So maybe for those of you just
That's the
tuned
person
in,
who,
you
like,
wanna know what you
introduces
missed,
the
perhaps,
death.
and maybe you want to know what's ahead as well, because we've been talking about the Battle of the West, who exactly is going to be playing. As now we can see, it is going to come from Group C as well as Group D. Once again, RRQ Akira from Brazil.
All right, we're
going
honed
to
in,
take
guys.
on
We're
the
focused.
Valley.
Then we have Echo and RRQ, and you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people waiting for that one. And to round out the day, just like yesterday, we're going to end it with Team Hawk from Malaysia against RRQ Akira
All right,
again
boys.
from Brazil. I think if
All
we're gonna
right,
end the note
ladies
on a
and
high note
gentlemen.
again.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, I'm down for Malaysian teams, so I'm excited to see the debut here for RRQ Akira at the world stage. It's not like they are strangers to an international tournament. The organization RQ was very, very generous to pick them up and really showing off strong.
Exactly. And remember, all three of the members from
man.
RQ Akira were present at M3. So this is something quite similar between the two, where the Valley was previously, they came from BTK.
Joe Biden
and
must
that's
watch
when
this.
they started to shake
What do you mean?
mountains. But now you can see here the group standings. Now, TV, the Valley, heading with
Oh,
1-0
man, guys.
in game wins and losses.
I mean, so far when I'm looking at these group standings, it doesn't really tell us much
King
just
of
yet.
King
That's why by
Akira
the end
and
of
versus
today,
Shock Valley.
expect these standings to start shifting
Shock
about.
Valley.
I'm guessing a lot of fans are hoping that the Valley's going to stay on top, but we don't know. RRQ Akira could really show up here.
But what about you personally, Gideon? I mean, THQ, Team Hack.
Don't even get me
Right,
started
the Cinderella
Yeah, it's like
story.
5
We
a.m.,
did
yo.
not expect
It's 5 a.m.
such
right now.
Crazy
5:30
performance
a.m.
coming from
Sun's
someone
about to
who
come
just
up,
went
boys.
in through the open qualifiers all the way to the champion.
Well, I mean, they took their time with it. They had experience, but I'm looking at the debut of RRQ Akira this time around, mainly to size up my opponent's stomach. Maybe scale, even out the scales, hopefully. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see.
We are. What are you thinking about this? Like,
I mean, before that, let me just go ahead and just shout
Your
out to our
account got
viewers
hacked
out
by
there.
Elon
the
Musk.
M4 event preview for you guys. Take a sneak peek at all the M4 events and about all the rewards you can get, because there's plenty of them for you guys. The M4 pass is already
I
available for
googled it and I
purchase.
YouTubed
comes
it.
with
Supposedly this
exclusive
is like a
rewards
thing that
like the
happens to a
Beatrix
lot of
Light
accounts.
Chaser, Beatrix Stellar Brilliance, M4 Beatrix figurine, and more await you. M4 support chest is also now available in
Gosh, he's
game
gonna eat
for
some
you
fried
to
chicken for
open
lunch. We'll
for
see.
loads of
We'll see,
M4
boys and
pass
girls.
XP. Hey, that's
It
all
could
what-
go any way.
What we need as well, right? So on the day of M4 Finals, January 15, expect to get an avatar border for free. And in the M4 Battle Night event, unlock a skin chest by completing tasks and pick a skin of your choice
Oh,
within the
I'm
chest. Don't forget
ready,
the hashtags,
guys.
Of course, hashtag Mobile Legends of Bang Bang, hashtag MLBB
I don't know if they're
M4,
gonna drop
and
M4
hashtag
emotes.
Dare to be great. Who wouldn't want to pick a skin, right, for free, basically?
you're saying that's
Yeah.
for free?
It's free.
That's insane. That's insane.
January
And
3rd 's
when
my
we're talking about
birthday.
the
I
M4
turned
pass,
29.
The card is also
28,
available
something like
now.
that.
So complete all active tasks and you will reach level 75 at ease and for free once again, right? Log in now. Exclusive rewards like the Beatrix
Oh,
Light Chaser,
man, guys.
Beatrix
Here we
Stellar
go.
Brilliance, and M4 Beatrix figurine are awaiting you. Hashtag
We have the same
Mobile
birthday?
Legends Bang Bang.
January
hashtag
3rd?
MLBB M4, and of course hashtag Dare to be
Little lies,
great.
the
And
cap.
I'm
Stop
so
the cap.
on the way to the figurine. Did you guys get the
Odorich, can we be
figurine from
friends now
M3?
and you stop
That
hating
was
since we have the
5
same
levels
birthday?
off, and it's a bit disappointing, but I can't believe you went through that entire ad read because the RRQ fans are packing up the stage right now.
We're not surprised by that here in Indonesia. We're used
I guess
to
I'm not
how
used to it.
fans are going crazy for RRQ, but we are now going to take a look at RRQ Akira
No.
all the way from Brazil,
Please.
starting with Sabian.
Sagan, Takashi,
said
Gusta La
no.
Gusta. Love the name. We have King and Luis. These guys,
I kind of like you,
obviously,
bro.
there's
I
faces
kind of
here
like
that
you,
a lot of
Rich.
people
Even though I don't
know,
like
and
you,
then
I kind of like
There's some
you.
names that maybe some don't, right? But still, it starts here for them.
But Rich has
Back-to-back
officially entered his
champions
villain
of
arc.
MPL Brazil Season 2 and Season 3.
Can't spell
Introducing
Capricorn without cap.
RRQ Akira
Whoa, 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 whoa.
onto the stage.
Look, this team is like no other.
There's no way
They're
Hood Rich
picking
is
up
born
a
in the same
mantle
day
of
as me. Look at this guy.
Jumping
Come
onto
on.
their fan base, and they do not want to disappoint. I'm looking at King from the jungle. He's expected to do great things.
And not just him, because we got to talk about Sagan as well. He was the MVP finals, but now we're going to take a look at the lineup from the
I love this
Valley
music.
here.
We got Hoon, Fly Chicken, Basic, Mobazane, and Super Shark.
Yep. The Valley has
Big
been
Brother
looking
Shark.
so very clean today. If we're talking about the king in the jungle, we also have to look at Mobazane, who's been absolutely crushing
Valley,
it,
dude!
dominating each lane performance.
Valley, dude!
NACT champions here to
Dude.
pave their way through the mountains within the land of Dawn. Here we are, the Valley from NA.
Man, that is, I mean,
Happy
I'm
birthday,
not used
Hood
to it,
Rich.
right? But, I mean, we don't have the drums in the Philippines, so I think even the Valley, you know, they just had their I think it was the first time they had an offline event back in NACT Grand Final, so they're probably feeling it too, you know?
This ain't so
could go
tall,
both
dude.
ways, but the fact that Valley has performed so well in their first game, it just means this is more fuel to the fire. So let's have a look at the talent prediction.
Ooh,
Here's what everyone's
it's
thinking.
split up,
Ooh,
boys.
it's kind of a split here, right? 4 casters, they're vying for the Valley here this time around, but Lucky as well as Puba, they're going for RRQ Akira. But what about you guys personally? What was your prediction here? We know yours though.
This is a heated, I was going to say.
We already know yours.
This is a heated question. I mean, I was in the crowd watching earlier, you know, and I made sure I held up a proper note for people that caught me on camera. But yes, this one I am voting here for the Valley. I've been a big kind of rooter for the NA scene, and I'm happy. I'm happy to see them here.
The Valley,
Again,
dude!
RRQ Akira is a force to be reckoned with from what I've heard, especially their time here in Indonesia preparing.
I fly out in 12 hours, guys.
Gone into the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
1 month later, it feels like they've been playing this game for 5 years straight, and they're not going to just drop without a fight. So I'm expecting these two neighboring countries to really bring it to the next level here.
I mean, we've heard a lot about RRQ Akira, right? A lot of people say that
Keys
they're
to
kind of
victory.
a pseudo
Prioritize
with a
Louise
touch
comfort picks
of
for easier
RRQ
support
Mochi, but
rotations. King can
talking
contest the
about them,
jungle
we are
against the
gonna
King of
take a look
Tempo.
at the keys to victory.
Absolutely. Number one, I'm looking at Takashi specifically. He's laning against Fly Chicken, who dominated in the previous matchup. But not only that, Hoon needs to dictate the pacing of this game. That mid lane is such an important part of the map to allow people like Luis.
Neymar's watching this?
to roam
Stop.
freely.
Yeah, and I mean, next up, we're going to be looking at the keys to victory for the Valley in just a second here. But specifically, too, that jungle mashup is going to be crucial here. But already, as you can see, as I was saying, Mobazane's tempo hero for map and macro control. So against someone named pretty much King of the Jungle, that is going to be crucial for them. Shark to assist Mobazane
This
on
is the
all
battle on
aggressive
who got
early
the worst
rotations.
jersey.
Very similar to what we saw in their game
Bruh.
previously.
Bruh. Stop.
I personally think that when we're
Don't bring up the
overall,
jerseys.
Sports are going to play that big part, right? But the meta has, well, I don't know, shifted interestingly from hard tanks.
Bro, the
to
Valley's
fighting
jersey is definitely better, bro.
Mage who are looking to snipe the backline, even looking to disrupt as much as possible. Early games and even late games.
They should have just went green and yellow and not done the purple, bro.
People are playing by feel.
Their jersey would be
the thing
better if
about
they
the
didn't
rolling
have those
position. I feel
purple
like
sleeves.
That's the challenge, right? Because if you are all too in the initiator tank role, it is going to be very
Bro, it
difficult
is
for
split
you
up.
to go and adapt with the meta. But the audience prediction,
A lot of
as
people
you
going
see
for
on
Brazil.
screen, somebody said, "Wow, there! What's going on?"
I mean, there was a lot of RRQ Akira support here, and it's great to see, right? You got the drums in the background too, and then of course you do have countries and regions
If you
voting
join the
for
Crips?
Valley as well.
What?
I think this is still a prominent match
What?
ahead of us because a lot of people are wondering exactly how is RRQ Akira prepared because they've already got a taste of how the Valley has performed.
Remember, RRQ Akira, all the way through their way and performance in MPL Brazil Season 3, no match loss.
Ooh, okay. Let's see whether that record is still going to stand as we jump into this drafting phase. And I think a lot of the battle is going to be predetermined right here, right now, to kick things off. And I mean, Cho, Kaja, instantly, Ultimate's looking to pick people off, say no more,
Things
get
already
it out of
interesting.
my face. And of course,
They ban a Cho.
thank goodness, Glue is out of here. So sick of him.
Yeah, I was gonna.
They're trying to leave something open for
already.
themselves,
it's only day
right?
2, Gideon. I mean,
Joy's
give
still
the-
open.
Give the hero. I was gonna say, give the Glob like a chance here, right? But I get it, right? You don't want to
Cam,
see
Cam,
Glue
my bad.
too
Thank you.
often. I am more interested in those interesting matchups in the XP lane, right? And that's why I said I love seeing some of those. I mean, we even saw
They banned the
Charisma,
Valentina?
right?
Yes.
And which was
They're wasting
interesting the way
bans on
that it worked
purpose
out,
here.
But again, this still leaves a lot of flexibility in the draft already, even though it's only day 2. Now, of course, we're going to see kind of that meta set in as we get further into the M4 tournament here. But so far, we're waiting for one
Remind
more
me again
ban.
when the
I do
game
like
starts
the
to
Valentina
move
ban
it
as
back
well
down.
for the last part of the first draft from RFQ Akira.
I do think that Valentina, even though she got nerfed a couple patches back, she's still a viable choice. Why do I say
Staying
this?
chicken
She's so
talking.
flexible.
Yeah.
You can put her in the jungle, you can put her as a roam even.
Look at Ballot,
and we've
look
seen
at
her
Ballot.
spending time in the mid lane. So now we're gonna see the last ban coming in from the Valley.
They just gave up the carry.
It's going to be the Wan-Wan.
They just
So
gave
really
up the
taking
carry,
that
yo.
as an option away for Gusta Lagusta,
Or the Joy, but
the
they get
Joy
carry, so that's
was
the plan.
left open here.
Yeah, now, Joy is one of those heroes we need to talk about. The question is she as good as people say
I mean,
she
Joy
is?
got
There
lost.
are
Joy
many,
lost
many times
earlier.
Where, what role is she going to go into?
Yesterday.
How much impact does she have in those games? And more importantly, it
They get the
tells
carry.
Valley,
I think it's a
hey,
fair trade.
your CC
Fair trade.
might not necessarily be effective, assuming they play Joy perfectly.
Fair trade.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, if you think back to MSC, where another hero that started with J, Julian, was a big question mark.
Yeah.
People were like, you know, does he work better in the jungle? Does he work better in mid? But this time, Joy adds a little bit of flavor to that because you can also play her in the side lane, the XP lane, which we've seen done before too. But yeah, the question is, where does she work best? So we'll see where she ends up going here for RRQ
Faramis.
Akira. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Valley, with their 2 picks locked in, it's going to be the Faramis and the carry.
Yeah, it feels like right now the Valley, and especially for Basic, he's super comfortable playing this carry, knowing that she can scale to ascend through the heavens if she has to with a golden staff.
Yeah,
but that
it's
does
true.
mean that the laners have to be strong, especially when we're looking at Gusta Lagusta. If he's going to pick up something like Beatrix, he needs to win the lane. But even more so, something even safer is going to come down to the Claude.
Oh, I'm
sorry, not
fucking
even-
hyped, guys. My heart's
Lock in
beating, boys.
onto that Lolita to ensure team fights can be
Redrin,
disengaged and
good
finally
flex
Redrin.
pick.
Okay, very, very quick picks coming through here. Now the Valley already taking that Fredrin for that side lane. Quite
Or
strong,
jungle.
One of the main meta
Or jungle.
ESP heroes at the moment because of how sustainable he is. And we're going now into the second phase where Yves is banned out. And I gotta say, like right now in this current patch, in this current meta, I think Yves is so strong.
Yeah, she's, I mean, even with a little bit of minor changes she's had, you know, where you only have pretty much a couple options to really stop that real world manipulation. It has to be a suppress. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a big, pretty much taking out of that picture is going to be good. But I still want to talk about flexibility, right? Because still, you don't know where the Joy's going exactly. And secondly,
All right.
with this Fredrin could possibly end up going in a side lane as well, like you mentioned, or even jungle. We've seen him flex there.
Yeah, he has been flexed in many different places, and we're finally seeing a Leomord ban after quite some time here. I don't know. I feel like Leomord is one of those heroes where it's like you can almost guarantee a win towards the later stages of the game if your comp builds around you. However, that build-up is so very painful and such a slow roll, and I feel like teams, they want to snowball as soon and as fast as possible.
And I think that's what makes Leomord fragile. Because I've seen a lot of teams pick this up, but because they were unable to attain that early game snowball, it
Could be
was
Predator
kind
and
of
Core.
difficult for the Leomord to do anything in that jungle. But we're going to see the Farsa being banned out. So what does that leave Sagan, right? I guess the Xavier is something that we saw
I won't be nervous
earlier,
while
but
casting, guys.
What do you think here? I think the Lilia could
We're gonna
good
be
as well.
hyped.
All right, it really depends on what they're trying to achieve. The fact that the Valley is banning out both even as well as Farsa does give the idea that they
We're gonna
want
see
to team fight
Gushin?
more obviously so.
Gushin mid, yo?
So when we're
Are we gonna
looking
see
at-
Gushin mid?
Okay, do we split push?
No,
Are
Hoon's
we
got the
looking for
Faramis,
full-on
my
team
bad.
fight?
Hoon's got the
There are two
Faramis.
options. Xavier for team fights looking really good.
But
for
that
the
could
later
also be
stages.
flexed.
And the fact that they banned out Brock tells me they don't want them to disengage. So it's going to be a bloody battle here.
But remember, because the Lolita was picked up by RRQ Akira,
Bro.
it actually might give them an advantage going against someone like the Faramis, who naturally you want to clump up around for that ultimate to hit. So that's something that honestly the Valley needs to think
Franco?
about. But first pick
Franco?
here for the Valley.
Franco could work
they
here
haven't
for
secured
Shark.
a hero.
Franco
Well, we
could
don't
work
know
here
yet,
for
'cause
Shark.
Fredrin's really flex, but has MobaZane used the Fredrin in that jungle?
I wouldn't discount him the fact that he's probably played it at some point through the scrims here, right?
Yeah.
But with
Matilda.
Matilda coming up here, now you've got that roam choice available to you. So I still like this. There's a lot of mobility here for the Valley, right? You have the Faramis, you have Matilda. You can get into the action, you can escape it, right? With the guy.
I don't know. They feel a little squishy though.
The fact that you have for RQ Akira, you also have that Claude and Lolita combination, but the Claude answers a lot of
They're a
that
little
low post
squishy.
pressure too. If placed properly, right? You still have to kind of dodge a lot here being thrown at you from the Valley. So
They do have a
really
lot to
interested see
deal
what the
with
last two picks
the
are gonna
Lolita,
round out
though.
This draft for RQ Akira.
Yeah, I think RRQ Akira need to foresee that there is a good possibility that Kai is going to get picked up by MobaZane to actually help out. They're going to be playing around basic for the most part of it because carry junglers don't necessarily work with the composition that Akira has right now. Benedetta and as well as Xavier. I love Benedetta so much. I'm so glad she's picked twice with 100% win rate. However, it might be a little bit tough, especially with the Matilda, to help you get out of those tough spots.
Last pick here for the Valley. It's either someone for that jungle or someone for that EXP, but at this point, I think they have enough sustain. I think they have enough mobility. I would really love MobaZane to pick up an assassin here going against the Benedetta.
No, bro. MobaZane's
We'll
playing
see.
Fredrin
it's
jungle.
going to be the Lapu. So
there it is.
Fredrin in the jungle.
Look at Zane.
That's the flex, right? I mean, this is why, again, there's multiple heroes that do this for a team in the way that they draft. So I think it is a great way to do that, but you also lock in yourself.
Fred jungle. I knew that was
Jump
coming.
in,
I knew
can
Fred
actually
Run.
do
He's
the
been
same
playing it.
situation that we saw with the Thamus, where you can go 2v1 especially if you get an
Ready.
early lead. So far, solid draft.
Woo! Here we go.
Strategies, and I love the fact that the Indonesian fans have adopted the Brazilians here on home turf. This is going to be a beautiful game.
Still RRQ, right? So we're going to see the same five that we mentioned earlier going head-to-head with the Valley with
That's
way more
Aiko.
mobility in their arsenal.
My camera,
They
my
do
camera.
have a lot of
You guys gotta say it in
heal, and
caps
as
or I
well
won't
as
see
they
it.
are
You gotta
gonna be
yell
able
at
to
me.
maneuver around
You guys gotta
the
yell at me,
CC
yo.
heavy of RRQ Akira.
You guys gotta go cam!
It's gonna be
Exclamation
tough
points.
here. I'm not sure. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, but there's only one
There we
way
go. There
to
we
just
go.
find it. It's through battle. Welcome, everybody. It's RRQ Akira going up against the Valley in this best of one. Good luck to both teams.
Oh, this is getting so exciting. I mean, right now we can already see that Louise opening up the map, trying to give some vision, trying to figure out MobaZane's pathing, because everyone talks about the Valley, and they always say that MobaZane is one of the main pillars of their team.
Yeah, I think, we
gotta be
even
careful,
talked about
bro.
this, the keys to victory, right? A lot of this comes down to these two junglers here. And King being on the Joy jungle, I want to see how it plays out, right? If we're going to have our answer at some point here, Gideon.
Joy jungle.
Absolutely. We want to see that highlight reel. Oh, no.
Oh.
That's already going to be the first blood drawn
Oh.
here by Takashi. That was a great Mystic Field.
That was an interesting movement coming in from Takashi
Oh.
because, again, he's clearing
First
up
blood.
the lane against White Chicken. Did he also get the gold crab? He gets
Yeah,
the
he
kill,
did.
gets the gold crab. He's winning on all fronts for himself, all because of an individualistic play.
And I'm
Okay.
not surprised,
Okay.
right? Because the way that the Valley drafted, the mid lane is so strong on those rotations. Because
but they're squishy.
BR, because they brought in Xavier, they are going to have to wait for that level 4 to hit in order to maximize the potential damage. But even then, RRQ Akira, they've actually managed to get a point above the Valley at this point.
Notice the movements across the map here. Again, Joy and Benedetta just cutting off the waves, making sure that White Chicken is just going to be stranded by himself, knowing that the turtle is going to be spawning 20 seconds on the bottom side of the map. The Valley understand this, putting their pressure on that top side to maybe draw them away.
Yeah, I think this is smart moves by both teams, the way they're answering it, but still going to lead into that first turtle of the game. It's going to be up here in just a couple seconds.
mid.
But you
Joy.
see them both. I mean, The question is, how does RRQ Akira play around with Takashi's
Turtle.
lead that he
Turtle
has?
is up.
Knowing that this first turtle comes up, it could be anyone's ball game, especially the Petrify's there. You've got the Electro final blow, and you're going to see them battle out for it already as both teams
Chicken, you need to
juggle
rotate
around.
up,
This
bro.
turtle
Chicken,
dance,
you need to
Luis
rotate
gonna
up.
Charge up the flicker in, not going to connect.
They
though.
miss it.
Still, the fight goes on. It's going to be red
King
treat
takes
away
it.
by King. The king of the jungle stands for now as they secure the first turtle.
Uh-oh, King down, though.
Focus down. It's Flight Chicken to take out King.
So, I mean, at this point, it is a 1-for-1 trade. Takashi is going to be able to get out of that situation alive, but King for a turtle. What do you think about this here, Gideon?
King for a turtle, honestly, it's not the best in the world. Obviously, you would like to be able to survive and get the turtle at the same time. And especially when your teammate Takashi actually getting an amazing stun.
Gold at an
engagement
even
onto
standstill.
Valley,
It's a
catching
tie
4
game,
people
boys.
that just no
Tie
real way
game.
to capitalize on it, because again, their early game heroes is literally just Takashi, and maybe even you can make an argument for Gusta Lagusta at this point, but Sagan needs to scale up, King needs more farm, and Gusta Lagusta, just keep him in place. He's eventually going to carry at 2 items.
Yeah, I feel like right now, RRQ Akira, they really are playing into the tempo that the Valley wants to create for them. You can see them already once again with the better rotations. They're much faster. They're looking to secure and maybe pressure those side lanes, and that's exactly what they're doing. Basic is also
coming in on the blue buff. Coming in on the blue buff.
At this point.
Oh, they're going to put pressure here on the purple buff. RRQ Akira going to do their best to just try to secure
King a little
it.
deep.
King going to go ahead and use those beats to get out just in time. Should be able to secure it, but still, Mobazane going to park himself here. The battle for the purple buff.
Takes it.
Charge up, gets him.
Does get
right
stunned.
On target. It's Mobazane going to be in trouble.
Gonna be able to get out.
Plus the guiding win. There's a flicker
Steals
from
the blue
Hoon as
buff.
All
Well
for
played.
The purple buff.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Sagan actually had a
Well
great
played.
opportunity to punish, but wasn't able to actually open up the gates there to lock
He knew.
him
He's
down,
like, yo.
giving that moment, that small little moment for Mobazane to get
Fried
on
Chicken
out of
is
here.
Takashi,
Now
though.
Takeshi is actually struggling against Fried Chicken. Now that Fried Chicken has all of his combat abilities ready, especially that ultimate, the all-in could be devastating if he doesn't have his eye for an eye.
6 seconds left on the next turtle to spawn, and you can see RRQ Akira trying to set up first.
Valley's starting to take a little
We
bit of a
do
lead.
see that Super Shark already on the way, already opening up vision. They don't want to give that early game lead
Zane's
that
not
they've
there, though.
already attained for themselves over to the Brazilian representatives. But
5
here
members
we
at
go.
Turtle for Brazil.
Start it up, looking for it. Like the final blow did come out. Who's going to secure it? It's King, but Mobazane going in as well with the guiding win and circling.
Uh-oh.
Combination.
Zane
King
low,
falls
Zane
again
low.
for the
This is
turtle.
bad.
It's another trade, though. Everybody low on the Valley.
Shark.
As one
Oh.
after another fall. Luis to get the double. Hoon and Fly Chicken the backside.
This is bad.
Not enough, though, as another member's going to fall here. Fly Chicken only to
All
stand.
right, still tied game in gold. Tied game in gold.
Here, Gideon. What the heck?
Battle of the
Beautifully
West.
played by RRQ. I mean, everything you could have imagined worked out for RRQ. The Valley were looking for an engagement. Did they have to go for it? I think they could have just backed away. The turtle was already gone. But we'll pull up the replay just in case you guys missed the action, and we'll break it down from
Yeah,
there.
they came.
Because
Zane came in
number
a
one,
little
the
late there,
position
man.
that we see from the Valley wasn't as good compared to RRQ. And more importantly, once the abilities start running on through, Takashi has already found his kill.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a very good game.
Being able to overwhelm and out damage, isolating the right targets once Mobazane fell.
I mean, Luis is on point
Valley.
so far with these
Still even on
Nuno
gold,
blasts,
guys.
really finding the right targets, especially around, I mean,
Still even on
objectively,
gold.
right? The Valley's going to want to contest those, but they've got to keep a constant eye on Luis, and Takashi being 3-0-1 on this Benedetta too is going to cause havoc as the game goes on. Look how confident
Takashi's
he is.
gonna be the
He's
problem,
cutting that
man.
deep into the wave, right? I mean, it is pretty much happening on both sides, but still, the upper hand is for Takashi.
That's the beauty of the Benedetta, I guess, and we're going to take a little sneak into the emblems, but before we get into that, here's Super Shark getting a little chunked in terms of that health, but I think maybe King wants to go for something here.
They're still going to put pressure here. Under the turret they go. Ooh. Everybody joining the fight on the top side. Electro final blow, the Petrify.
Basic goes down.
Takashi able to get the double.
Takashi's mean, bro.
Mobazane a little bit too late for the party. Gets
able
the
to take
taunt
out
off,
King.
Though.
Get something in return.
Up a kill. But look at the backside. It's Fried Chicken. Finds one for himself. But ultimately now Takashi going to be caught in a position of a 1 versus 3.
Come on, get Takashi. They need to get Takashi. Get him, get him, get him. Get him, get him, get him.
Takashi should be able to survive.
Oh.
A 2-for-2 trade overall. A really good setup.
Still a tie game, guys. Still a tie game. This is intense.
Arkira
this is
had
intense.
A really good idea. They should have cut their losses as soon as King was out of position. Back away. You don't need to give anything else, but the Valley's taking one step forward, getting and buying time for White Chicken to jump right into the middle of that fight to even out the score.
Both the XP laners, 0 deaths.
Again, the setup for the next turtle, but I saw that Gusa Lagusa already had the golden staff as well as basic now, but remember that is going to be the key item for Gusa Lagusa as once again,
White Chicken
they're
uses
going
the
for an
ult. Shark and
engage.
Hoon go very, very deep.
And they push him back here. They get the turret though. Dawning Light's going to come out. Turtle still work on. Gusa Lagusa though, able to grab a
King
kill
steals
for himself,
turtle.
but they do trade the turtle. Nothing too much after that.
White Chicken is playing so boldly, running right into the middle of that, knowing that the Golden Staff is already completed, taking a good chunk of damage from the Blazing Duet, and yet he still almost picked off a free kill for himself.
1,300 gold in their hands
This
of
is the
RQ
most
Akira
match on every
now.
match. I mean, the most
at this
views.
Point, I want to know, has the Valley been playing into Akira's tempo right now? But oh, wait a minute. Gusta Lagusta needs to be careful here.
Yeah, there's 3. Actually, Luis here to help him out, so this might just be a disengage. Luis, though, just there to help Gusta Lagusta out. It's going to be a poke battle back and forth. The rest of the team still in the vicinity, but nothing going to come in out of that just yet. As you were saying, Eterna.
The game, guys.
Yeah, I just want to know what's happening here. How did RRQ actually pick up the lead? I mean, earlier on, the Valley seemed to have the tempo. They seemed to be confident with what they were doing. Are they playing a little too aggressively into RRQ Brazil?
Well, I think it comes down to the draft, right? When we're looking at Benedetta specifically, her relevance and her power, her strength in the earlier stages of game 3, level 4 is already pretty good. Unfortunately for White Chicken, that's not the same for Lapu Lapu. He only feels relevant as soon as he hits level 4 and starts participating in fights, in these fights.
Rich, we never underestimated their power.
Is already enabled
Check my prediction video.
To get this lead is already great because that was the toughest part. Now they just need Gusta Lagusta and Sagan to scale up and eventually outscale the Valley. Basic on this carry,
Brazil,
yes,
Brazil could be the dark horse of this tournament
scale
for
as high
sure.
as he can, but if he can't get in range, it's still a tough game.
Yeah, I think that's the downside of a carry, right? The range.
Problem
the
with the
range is a
Valley
big
too
factor
right now.
here. So you
is
really
they don't
gotta
have
be
any
careful on
group
how
CC
your
really.
positioning is, right? Now the Valley at this point, almost 10 minutes
collapse
in,
the
they don't
mid.
have a turret
Collapse
just
the
yet.
mid.
So they got to be careful on, especially losing map control. They already got their Cult Altar out, so that's massive before the next Lord comes. Actually, it's already spawned. So if RRQ wants to go,
I know
for
that
it,
they're scrim partners.
They have a perfect time.
They can
brilliant.
They can literally start pulling away, allow the Valley to actually move because they've got priority on both bot and top side.
Yeah, they're going to be.
Zane, we
bobbing
need you to
and
get a
weaving
retry,
here.
bro.
The Lord still being worked on.
We need you to get a
half
retry,
health
bro.
So far. Boba Zane, though, he is going to be just taking the front of this damage. They're going to go Super Shark, sniped down with the Dawning Light. Gusta Lagusta going in. What a
fucking play by Takashi.
Able to find a basic, the perfect target
Who
needed.
dead?
He's going to get cut off, but Luis with a kill for himself. 3 down for the Valley. And they're still going. What a mystic field with King for
Takashi,
the
bro.
And now it's a MOBA Zane left.
Takashi, bro.
And that's going to be the wipe out for the Valley. What a massive play for
Takashi,
RRQ
bro.
Akira.
That was insane. The way that they played that team fight was so beautiful, so textbook. And that's going to give RRQ Akira a massive lead. And not to mention this free Lord.
I get it now.
5K gold lead.
I get it why you were saying it was like a mini Blacklist International. A lot of their macro play is centralized around one objective, one thing at a time, but covering all of your bases, making it very difficult for the Valley to keep up, even if they're just slightly
Valley's way too
behind in
squishy.
tempo, which is rather frustrating because RRQ at this stage of the game are breaking apart the Valley just by looking for these strong engages, and especially keeping your eyes on Sagan. His Mystic Fields have been on point.
I feel like they should have picked up the Eve and not the Fredrin.
I mean, that's what got them the first blood, right? And this all snowballed Takashi, but they're still going to be focusing here on the bottom side. White Chicken and MOBA to be the front. They've got the Lord to handle the mid lane eventually, but they might get sandwiched in here for that tier 2. Look at the backside.
Final blow.
Takashi goes in. forces them
Take
back.
the tower.
And just like that, they're going to lose more space on the map.
Oh, this was Saigon starting to do a lot of
The
damage.
damage coming in from
The
that
Valley just
backline
has
from
no
Sagan.
damage
you can
right
feel
now.
it, and it makes sense looking at the items that he already obtained earlier. But once again, onto the mid lane.
Here comes the assault. Lord's going to be handled here. They should be able to clear it up as they hold on to both inhibitor turrets. But still, do they press
I
the
like
issue
RQ's
here?
draft
Another
more
Mystic
too.
Field. The Dawning Lights have all been on point, like you mentioned.
They're just slowly cutting them down, and especially when you have Lord and Power minions, you want to take as much advantage as possible. This is only the very first Lord, so if they get an inhibitor, it's already a big win, and there we go! It's cracked wide open.
They're going to crack it open here. Luis goes in, another Dawning Light. For now, though, it's only that mid-turret. You can still see the rest of the Valley working to clear these lanes here. They don't want to lose any more. They're trying to hold on with their dear lives. 12 minutes into the game.
Guys.
They need a way to get to the back line of RRQ Akira.
Yeah, they didn't
I mean,
research.
the damage output coming in from Sagan with the Clock of Destiny and the Lightning Truncheon alone is already dealing that much damage here, Gideon.
It's tough. It's really tough because if we're thinking about who's going to be playing in the backline to anchor and hunker down for the team, it's definitely going to be Sagan. Oh, no.
Oh, all for the purple buff again. They're going to force Zane back. Okay. No one there to help him out.
All right.
Nobody to make USA RQ.
Back away. There's no need to fight right now. 50
Don't
seconds
cry.
away from the
Valley, dude.
Game.
The Valley, dude.
Is going to
the Valley.
But yes, as I was saying, Sagan
Still
is
the Valley, dude.
Of that backline. You would expect someone like Gusta Lagusta go
Valley,
in and
dude.
out of fights. Luis wants to stay in the middle, but then you have Takashi and King. They're allowed to go crazy, and I think that's what's really difficult to get on top of them because you have to go through multiple layers, and even if you gap close, there's a good amount of CC to keep you in place.
So what do they do? I mean, at this point, I was like thinking about it, taking a little pause there. How is the Valley gonna enter that backline? Because in theory, with
Valley,
the draft
dude.
they do have Super Shark, Big Brother Shark on the Matilda here to dive into the backline with her ultimate, obviously, and bring someone with her as well.
Well, the easiest way that they could possibly do this is to get fried chicken specifically on Sagan. But wait, a fight's about to break out here.
They
Zane
force
really low on
Zane
health.
back, right? But he's going to
Don't
be able to
force
heal
this,
back up
guys.
here. Still the battle for
Don't
this
force
Lord.
this.
It looks like everybody from each team is going to make their way here for this fight. Meanwhile, Takashi still trying to clear that wave a little bit. Put pressure here. Dawning Light going to be committed. Now Takashi goes in with a Petrify, able to find Hoon, gets the Cult Altar
Able to
out.
get away.
Lord whittled down, secured by Gusta
Bro.
Lagusta.
Fucking
RQ Akira
Takashi, man.
looking still
Dude's a
for a
monster.
moment if they can. A guiding wind to come out. Still basic could
Uh-oh.
get cut off here.
Oh, big fucking
King finds
flicker.
Basic as he falls, and it's just
Luis.
disaster for the Valley. Who trying to saving grace, but he can't. 3 down, 2 in the base here. Fly Chicken finally able to get King out, but it might be too late.
Might be too late. Oh my god, that was brilliant by Akira. Luis found that perfect moment, and now they're gonna crack into the base. Only Hoon, only Moma Zane is left.
That's
This
it.
is going to be
That's it.
dire for the Valley. They're trying their best here, but RRQ
GGs.
Akira going to be taking a game in match against the
GGs.
Valley.
The Brazilian representatives come out on top, bringing down the Valley just a notch here
GGs.
with such an exquisite
game, boys.
gameplay.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Shouts out to you, Cabral. You've done a great job with this team so far. But man, oh man, they already knew what they had to do. They had.
I
the
was honestly,
foresight.
man.
I'm gonna get into it a little bit later on, but once again,
Honestly,
bask
the
in
moment I
glory
saw
as
the
RRQ
Faramis, I was
here
like,
have taken a game off of the
and
Valley.
then the Matilda, and I was like,
I don't know if it was
Wow.
the marching band buff
The
or
Valley,
the drum buff
dude.
here, but that was quite the game from RQ Akira here. And yeah, there might have been a saving grace there for the Valley if the game could have been drug on. But still, even with the tools they had, like you mentioned, Eterna, they had a hard time getting to the back lane. And I don't know if they could have solved that if the game went on.
I mean, other than that, what I really noticed was the way that RQ Kira played that entire game, right? They realized, okay, maybe in the early game we can't be too aggressive, so they went in for the objectives. They took the bottom and the top tower, and from there they had way more map control for them to play around with.
Well, here's the thing. I'm very curious to know whether Takashi had the instinct to actually make that movement down into the mid lane to get that first blood, or whether or not this was pre-planned.
Right.
Because their entire plan, they understood that their backline was going to get threatened by one person, and that was going to be Fried Chicken. So they made sure he was at a level deficit, and then continued to press their advantage afterwards.
I definitely think they
All of it,
underestimated
very
Brazil.
genius movements coming
I
in
definitely
from
think they
RQ
underestimated
Akira.
Brazil. Brazil.
That's why I'm saying, you know, Saigon with those Mystic Fields from start to finish was on point. The Dawning Light was great, but I mean, really, the big factor here was just the Mystic Field after Mystic Field. And
where was that guy? Where was that guy earlier?
Blood, that's what I'm wondering too. Was it all planned? Was it all part of the plan because what they saw Fly Chicken do before, and they knew that was a key component for the Valley here?
Bro, Takashi
either way,
and Louise,
still a brilliant game from RQ.
Takashi and
I mean,
Louise.
we're talking so much about
Takashi and Louise.
We're talking so much about Sagan, but nobody's talking about Louise. I mean, that play at the last minute, I think he's had those moments over and over again.
Yeah.
The brilliant Numenon Blast taking 2 to 3 members. That's all it took for everyone else to kind of
They were definitely
rally.
shaky that
You
game.
can feel the synergy coming in
Or
from RQ
Ali.
as well to
They were definitely
follow
shaky
up.
that game.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's all about like understanding where your weak points are in the composition itself. So yes, it is very ultimate centric, but at the very least, if things are going bad, then Numenon Blast can be used defensively or aggressively. Majority of these Numenon Blasts
Was basic.
very aggressive. Big plays being made when Flicker is up.
That's what I'm saying. High risk, high reward, right? When you play with that Flicker on that Lolita pick. And there were, I mean, I think he maybe only missed 1 or 2, but he made up for it for the perfect timing ones that he did land 2-3 members of the Valley. That already made up for the misses, right? So great play also from Luis.
I'm actually curious, did anyone from the side of the Valley...
By the way, advance happy birthday. Thank you.
Shark.
Oh, a Shark,
Shark,
yes.
only Shark.
I think Shark at that point of time, and I think it's important that he does have it because he's supposed to be an extending arm to the Valley, which got cut off very, very fast. Let's have a look at the item build, and I think we can dive in a bit deeper into the numbers because right now RRQ coming up in their debut game under the RRQ banner, 18
RQ Brazil did their thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's huge, right? That's super one-sided here. You can see the gold difference as well. 10K up until that end, 14 minutes of a game. And what else stands out to you here, Gideon, in terms of those items?
Well, the things that are standing out to me, let me just have a quick skim through between each and every one of them. All right, so when I'm looking at Sagan, very standard build overall, but when you're talking about the way that they're progressively, not really extending the game, but taking control over the game, they understood that they put a big, well, not the biggest deficits against Fried Chicken. He wasn't able to get to max level, but that's just good enough to allow the rest of RRQ Akira to start punishing the big members. Shark, for an example, in the draft alone, he lost his comfort pick
and they can't put everything on, like, you gotta think, even if they go to endgame, the only damage is basic, and like they can't. No team is putting all of their eggs into just the gold lane basket. Like there's always at least a bursty mage or something.
Good look, but we are gonna take a look at the post-game stats here as well.
I will say this though, like the Valley's still not really showing their hands yet.
Yeah,
know?
I mean they have broken the system. They just they
That's
have done so well.
What's going on?
Exactly.
Like the draft doesn't really feel like
I was like, wait, I don't think anyone played Mia. Why are they fighting
what they've
us
been
on
running,
both
right?
Sides?
Just
the
crushing
system's
it.
trolling me now.
Look, that's what
RQ.
happens when Joy is just popping off at times. Here we go. With the correct stats
Yeah,
here,
all
you
of
can
them
see
played
how
sussy,
wild
bro.
it is. Just look at the Turtle Lord and Tart. It's pushed all the way.
Everyone
Even
can't
the
just
icon
point
is
fingers at
barely
basic.
visible.
That was
This
just kind of a rough
again,
game by everybody.
Very slow, very painful, very much like Blacklist International. And that's what's frustrating because I was hoping for an absolute bloodbath here.
This is crazy.
Bro,
because, like,
Takashi on the Benedetta though,
the Valley had no
vicious.
space to work with, and I feel like it just started very early on, right? And I'm wondering too, does this answer the question about Joy? Did it work?
It's true.
Really
I mean,
well
we
in the
just
jungle?
saw
Was it a
Onyx
specific
lose to
game
Todak,
this
and we
one?
just
I feel
saw
like she was an add-on, you know? She was more
who lost to
like,
Incendio?
like a condiment to a
Falcon
great
lost to
sandwich
Incendio.
already. You're looking to
It's the
try
group
and jump
stage,
into the back
guys.
line, but doing it by yourself can be difficult.
But I will say
especially since
this,
the ultimate does,
M4 is
pulsate
fucking
and it takes you a
lit
good amount
right
of time.
now.
But we have Takashi, who already has a whopping lead joining with you.
M4
and
is
setting up
lit
for you.
right now.
It makes all the difference.
And now thinking about who got the MVP for that game, it's giving me a little bit of a headache, right? Because I
M4
felt
is lit,
like
guys.
everyone really did exactly what they were meant to do, especially when it came down to those team fights.
M4 is
So we're
lit.
gonna have a little countdown here. Who won the MVP for that match? It is gonna be none other than Takashi,
Of course.
the EXP lane on that Benedetta with a 709 KDA. But look at his KP. For an EXP lane, that is super high.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Every time I see Benedetta, such a high skill cap hero with an 88.9% overall kill participation. No deaths, played it as perfectly as he can, but extremely efficient with the hero, especially when you have something like Petrify. As soon as it's off a cooldown, let's look for a play.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying, right? Like, it's such fitting for the name, too, because Benedetta is such a flashy hero, right? And you have the name Takashi. So just a great game again. And it started really just early. The whole game was going off with the Electro Final Blows. The Petrifies were on point, too. Compared with, I mean, in comparison to with Luis and how they were able to play around those two just initiations worked really well here as we take a look at the highlights.
Yeah, and once the snowball started going on, RRQ Akira really understood how the Valley needed to work together. They needed to kind of stick, they needed a group to make sure they could maximize the call altar as much as they could. But that kind of works counteractively when you have Petrify and Takashi jumping in with the Electro Final Blow. It's such a huge area you can cover and lock down the Valley long enough for the Nuclear Blast to connect.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
One thing that I noticed about Takashi was the fact that not only is he dishing out the damage, but he's also able to bait out so many resources from the Valley before they even go into a team fight.
I mean, they need to have those conditions, right?
Yeah.
This honestly, if you just took out the IGNs, you wouldn't be assuming this is Blacklist International, would you not, Naisu?
I know, man. I'm talking to Pika right now about it. Bro, they needed set potential. They have no CC.
Again,
Valley plays great with set
the only
potential,
variable
man.
here is
Big
maybe
play
the
potential.
joy pick in the jungle,
for sure,
right?
yes.
They had no
I think
group CC.
obviously, you know, Wise could play
Maybe
it,
an
but
Atlas.
I think
Wise play.
They need damage. They need Hoon to actually output damage. They were way too squishy. They went way too supportive. And the only damage dealer on their team was basic, and it was a mid to end game.
More team oriented, and I mean the slow snowballs, the different types we've seen so far. EXP lane, I thought it was generally quite boring with
Shark
the
couldn't
addition
do
of
anything.
Blue being really strong, but now when
Broken.
Boone couldn't do anything.
But the fact that they axed it out and they made it into a brawl of Lapu Lapu versus a Benedetta, I'm still surprised. Yeah, I'm still surprised because Benedetta has been known to not be as good as she used to be.
I think a Franco would have been, even a Franco would have been better than
What do you
Matilda.
guys think? I mean, I've seen a lot of teams that bring out the pick-off strategy, but it hasn't worked. Like,
it's all right, bro.
Indonesia, okay,
Listen, in
RRQ won it,
M3,
but when
they had
Onyx
some
used
rough
it,
drafts
they
in the
Kadena to get that early game
they had
pressure.
some
It
rough
doesn't seem like
drafts
it's
in the
working.
group
So
stage too.
Are team fights more important now coming into this meta?
I think it really comes down to which objectives you're looking to control, and more importantly, so who is going to be your carry, right? I mean, when you literally have carry on your side, you are dedicated to protecting her, and her short range does limit you in a lot of senses. So I think, you know, RRQ Akira, they came in prepared, they came in really, really strong, and more importantly, not a single moment wasted.
Not a single moment wasted there, but we don't want to waste a single moment either, because this next match is the game to watch. Everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants to know what's up, because it's Echo from the Philippines going against
You gotta be
RRQ
confident,
Hoshi
bro.
from Indonesia, both of the runner-ups from their respective regions, and both the tournament favorites as well.
I just realized I'm wearing a blue suit. I'm not biased, right? But I'm just going to throw that out there. It's a match I feel like a lot of people, were waiting to watch.
And as well,
here,
it's a best
included.
of one.
Echo's performance throughout the MPL Philippines was massive improvement, as well as the grand final that we saw them play against Blacklist. So can't wait to see them fight off RRQ.
Me too. And honestly, one of the other things that I want to point out
Damn,
is
guys,
that the
6
coach
a.m.
for RRQ Hoshi was the previous coach of Echo. So I want to see how
6
that
a.m.
pans out as we're going
7,
into
8,
the
9,
break
10, 11, 12,
before that.
1, 2,
Me,
3, 4,
Eterna,
5.
Naisu, as well
11
as
hours,
Gideon's gonna be
guys.
signing
11
out
hours.
just a bit.
We're in the
so
air.
Guys, stay
We're flying
relaxed,
in 11
stay
hours.
because we'll see you after the break.
We're flying in 11 hours, guys.
No coach, no analysis. I don't know if you're trying to be funny or something, bro.
I'm all packed up and ready to go. All packed up and ready to go, guys. The Valley will dominate. That comment didn't age well. Today, the Valley will dominate. RQ versus Echo. RQ versus Echo. RQ versus Echo. This is like battle of the fans right here. Echo loud, Echo proud, and RQ. Who you guys got? Echo or RQ? Who'd you put your coins on? Who'd you put your coins on, guys? Who'd you put your coins on? Oh! Is this the first Indo versus PH fight we've seen in M3 now? This is me working 30 minutes. Safe flight treks again. Happy birthday. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. I'll be vlogging a bunch on the way there and when I get there. Make sure you guys tune in. Whole lot of vlogging. All right. I'm going to be flying for my birthday, guys. I'm going to be flying for my whole birthday in the air. Bro, I have 3 portable chargers, guys. 3 portable chargers. Hopefully it is enough. Hopefully it's enough. RQ Brazil. We're dropping a tweet real fast. We're dropping a tweet real quick. RQ Brazil may just be the real Dark Horse the same M4. What a performance. Here's the real thing, guys. Whether Brazil or the Valley wins, it's a win for the West. It's a win for the West, guys. It's a win for the West. Happy birthday, Trex. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's still a few hours for you guys on the 3rd. On the 3rd. They definitely underestimated Brazil, I think. Honestly, I knew that game could go either way. But I also feel like, I don't know, they can be like the Valley can definitely be a bit shaky in their draft early on in big tournaments. Well, BTK, the Valley, like Dane and Chicken, some of them, like they can be a little shaky in their drafts, and that draft was a little iffy, right? Bro, the development of every region is definitely on fire. We have Incendio. I mean, I really feel like this World Series is really just showcasing the growth of ML globally. It really is. Go copy the Blacklist tagline. What do you mean? What's their tagline? Back to black. You guys see that hashtag? Back to black. I think that was a little rough. King Merster Hernandez, what's up? we got some real heat in the chat, guys. Ken Konecki and Hoodrich really beefing right now. We got a lot of beef right now, guys. A lot of beef. Did I know there's gay player in Blacklist? Yeah, bro. What's your point? Who doesn't know? I heard about the whole cheating thing. I haven't really researched it that much, but I've known about it a bit. (2022), bro. There's gay people in the world. We understand this. Nobody cares. Never mind. We're not going to get into fucking talk about all this stuff. I was about to go into some deep philosophy. I just think it's funny how, like, back in, like, the Roman days and stuff, and, like, back in the days, people just, like, did whatever they wanted, and there was no judgment about any of that stuff. And then, like, out of nowhere in, like, the, 1800s or 1900s, like all that stuff started to get, like, thought wrong of, and now we're back. It's I don't know. I find it interesting how, like, how much culture changes over years, over, like, 100 to 200 year spans and stuff, and then it reverts and then it changes and all those things. Stuff like that's kind of interesting. All right, Hoodrich, Ken, we're all friends here. Culture is evolving, but backwards? No. You could maybe say that it was like that. I mean, I guess it just depends. I hate using the term backwards because I don't think we're, like, going backward. Culture just changes and shifts. I'm not friends with this moron. You're right. Hoodrich is kind of a douche, but he's giving my channel some algorithm, so Ken's really not a bad guy. Hoodrich came into this channel swinging punches at everybody. Normally, I would have banned him, but he calmed down a little bit. He got nice about it. At first, I gave him a strong warning when he started getting a little too heavy on his words. And he's kind of calmed down. He's more like, now he's just like a football fan who talks smack, which is reasonable. He's not cursing or anything like that. Was I a caster for M3? I was not. I think one thing you have to understand, I wouldn't say he belittled any countries. Like, I think and I get it, because, like, overseas people are a bit more like in public, at least, because you guys like overseas, like, chats, like, bro, the Philippines and Indonesians and all them, when it comes to fucking YouTube chats, you guys are a lot more belittling than we are. When it comes to, like, online internet stuff, there's a lot more haters and trash talkers. But, like, the moment Zane says we think our group's kind of easy, he's not, like, belittling the team. That's not like he's not, like, talking down. He's not saying they're trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like, and I can understand it being taken like that, but, like, I don't know. And he's just saying that he thinks they're the better team. Any team should say that. Blacklist should think they're the better team. RQ, Echo, Onik, they should think they're the better team. Zane literally said PH meta is trash. When? And in what terms? Was this during the tank meta? I mean, come on. Everyone thought that meta was trash, bro. Come on, Hoodrich. Everyone thought the tank meta was trash, bro. It wasn't that it was like saying PH is trash, he's just saying this meta sucks. I think I was one of the only people that liked the tank meta. Casters hated it. And he doesn't mean it's trash as in it's bad. Like, we all understand it's good. We're just saying, like, it wasn't fun. A lot of people hated to watch it. A lot of people hated to play it. Vertical, thank you, thank you. What happened to the easy group? That's a nice group you got there, Zane. That's a nice group. The only reason I liked the tank meta was because I like long games. I like to have like a 30-minute game. Like, I don't like 12-minute games. Kind of like, kind of just like, you get all this hyped up and then it just ends. Like, I want to see at least 2 Lords. At least 2 Lords. Three or four is a plus. Like, I want games to always go past 20 minutes. If a game ends before 20 minutes, I'm like right when things are building up, it just ends. That's the only like, a lot of people love ML because it's like fast paced. And I like how they're making the towers a bit stronger. I think if they just made the towers even stronger, it would still be fast paced in fights, but it would just take longer to end the game, and I think that would be interesting. I mean, I feel like the first few minutes should be slow paced. Like, and that's one thing I do respect about the PH teams. Like, normally the first 3 minutes, there's maybe barely a kill. 4 or 5 minutes, there can sometimes not even be a kill on the board, and I think that's smart. I don't know why the TikTok stream's ahead. Might be the first thing they're feeding to. I mean, TikTok is the newest app, so it probably has some of the most like advanced technology behind it. I hate to say that, but like things like YouTube, yes, it's big. Also, TikTok is, you guys know, fun fact, TikTok was the most viewed domain, was the most visited domain last year or this year, more than even Google. TikTok's domain was the most visited domain in the world. Insane, huh? That's insane, yo. More than Google. More than Google. Google is most people's home screen. Yes, that's a real statistic. Here we go. The popular video sharing app TikTok first took the #1 spot on February 17th, 2021, but lasted only for a day. However, from then on, it started claiming a few more days in March and a few more days in May. After August 10th, the site was the most popular domain on most days. 2021, the company's data showed TikTok.com was the #1 most popular domain. Google.com came in second, followed by Facebook.com, Microsoft.com, and Apple.com. That was in 2021. The last year. Insane, huh? Blue side wins every time, bro. Left side win meta, let's go. Bro, honestly, I'm a YouTube guy. I'm on YouTube. Like, I don't even listen to music in my car anymore. I watch like YouTube videos, or I listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of Trash Taste, or I've been listening to Trash Taste. Bro, Andrea Botez. You guys watch any chess stuff? Andrea Botez is waifu. And she's a chess grandmaster. All right, guys. It's almost 6:30. 2 minutes until the next game. RQ versus Echo. I want to see how Brazil does against Team Hawk. I got to stay up and watch now. Guys, I'm flying out to fucking Indonesia today. Oh, I'm sorry for swearing so much, guys. I think you're going to need at least 2 points to get to the upper bracket. Valley's going to need to beat Team Hawk to get to the upper bracket. But you never know. Group D could have some draws, bro. See you soon in Indonesia. That's the hot sister, right, Trex? Yeah. Drea Botez. I mean, they're both attractive. Anybody watching Chainsaw Man? Anybody watching Chainsaw Man? What happens if it's a draw? There's rules on it. I think they have like a quick game. Well, first it goes to like how fast the game's finishes, who had the quicker game of their win or whatever. There's like a couple different things to change up, to choose, and then if it still draws out, or like most kill, like there's a couple ways to break the draw, but Kodak, yeah, they're upper bracket. They're upper bracket for sure. I don't. Let's see. Who does? Well, no. If Onic wins their next 2 games, there could be some draws in Group B. Malvinas is 2-1 right now. One Piece is better. I'm all caught up on One Piece, bro. all caught up on One Piece. I read it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we are back to bring you more Mobile Legends Bang Bang M4 World Championship action. I am Eterna, and joining me here, well, you can't see us just yet because it hasn't really shown us on. Okay, there you go. Hi, my name is Eterna. Joined to me today is going to be Naisu as well.
Hi, Eterna. How's it going? I'm doing great, Eterna. Thank you for the present.
Today,
Such a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Could not get any better. What I didn't realize is that I forgot to check the schedule to realize an even bigger game is
I also
right at
forgot
our
to check the
doorsteps,
schedule.
Naisu.
I did not forget. As I said, I'm excited for the matchup, but also my suit has nothing to do with who I'm rooting for.
No
okay,
bias.
No bias here. But of course, jokes aside, I can't wait to watch Echo play. Their improvement, like I said before we went on the break, has been massive, and I can't wait to see what basically 1 month or even longer improvement time has done for them. But I mean, RRQ as well. Obviously, they've got the band buff here, the fan buff, and the home turf buff.
The home term buff, I like it. But before we get into the next match, let's thank our official sponsors. M4 is powered by Moonton, presented to you by TikTok, the official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming chair and esports charts. Our analytical partner, Gank, our official merchandise partner, MeWatch, our media partner, and
Erna
last
is
but not
freaking
least,
beautiful.
the Ministry of
She's pretty.
Tourism and
Erna's
Creative
pretty.
Economy of the Republic of Indonesia. Once again, without your continuous support, the M4
What if I was
World
like,
Championship
what if
will
I was just like,
not
all right,
be
guys,
possible.
this is me
Now,
casting on
coming back
M4.
into our
Yeah, I'm in
next
Indonesia
match,
right
we're
now, and
finally
this is
gonna
it.
see
This is what you guys are
Echo
gonna
going
get
up on stage, and there
the
are
whole
just
time.
so many things on the table that we really need to discuss because
I've been telling
these
you all I'm
two
casting
teams,
M4, and this
a
is
lot
actually
of
what I
you
meant.
have actually predicted for them to be at least top 3.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like
Erna's a great caster.
a lot
He's
of
a great
people
caster.
around the world, right, obviously have their favorites, and usually you're looking at those regions that have the MPLs, the champions, and everything else. But I feel like if anything, from day 1 to today, day 2 so far, you've learned a lot about these teams that you may not know so much about, right? Even Occupy Thrones, the way they performed earlier, a lot of people were like, wow, now they stand out, right? So that's why I'm saying I can't wait to see what's more in store for the rest of the group stage.
He's like Gani.
Yeah, he kind
He
of
can't
is,
wait.
right?
Everybody just can't
we
wait.
can't
Everybody's
wait.
getting the Gani syndrome
What's
here.
going in the-
But we
in the
also
Discord?
can't wait to take a look at today's schedule. From Group C and D, we just watched RRQ Akira go against the Valley. And next up ahead, it's going to be Echo going against
pretty.
RRQ. But that's
Yes.
the interesting thing about the format of M4, right? Nobody's going to be eliminated just yet, but this is going to set the
You guys
stage
aren't
of who goes
be able to
the
get me to
upper
say
bracket and
anything
who goes
more
to
than
the lower
that
bracket.
because
Conspiracy
I'm gonna
theory.
meet her in person.
Left side seems to be doing a
in
lot
a
better
few
than right
days.
side
You're
right
right.
now.
Since
Blue
Don't need
side.
any
yesterday.
Well, I
craziness.
mean, yesterday there were one or
It was
two
just Onyx.
moments.
Erna's
Yeah,
a
it was
great
just one. It was
caster.
just one.
She's
That doesn't
very
really count. We
pretty.
can omit that. That was an outlier
like,
here. But yes,
just
Echo
like
versus RRQ.
our
I'm
boy,
very
what's his
glad
name,
to
is
be
very
on
handsome.
this side
Naisu's
of the
very
table
handsome.
Because I don't have to put any stakes on this just yet.
Yeah, I'm shaking. I'm sweating. Echo looking strong. And as we're going to take a look now into
All the
the
Eterna
group
Sims are in the
standings,
chat.
where RSG
Oh, yeah, guys.
and RRQ, they are leading here with 1. But no, actually, it's
I
Occupy
mean,
Thrones
she's just a good
leading.
cat. Like, she's a great caster.
I mean, they played
Yeah.
more games so far, but I think they've had the most improvement that we've seen, right? After
Yeah.
those 2 games, one looking like, okay, a bit slow. The second one actually looking so
No, I think
very
Leo's
close to a
older than me.
victory. They still are in it to win it. Now,
Wolf and
hopefully
Gideon
it
are
should
also
be
a bit
enough.
older.
They still have a good chance to maybe even look to tie up and try to get
Naisu's
into the
older
upper
than me,
bracket from there,
too.
But it's solely dependent on this match.
That's what I'm saying. Like, again, you saw Occupy Thrones, right? And you still have
I
to
think
look
I
back
gave
at
it
that
to
game, even against RRQ.
to
like how well they
RRQ
did,
this game.
you know, so you can't
I
count
think my
them out just
prediction,
yet, right? So, but
I gave it to
other than
RQ
that,
this
we are gonna have to
game.
give a
I was
mention to the
really
M4
like,
pass
no,
card
I can't
once
remember what
again.
my prediction.
To all our
Let me
viewers
check.
out there, it's available now, and all you have to do is
I gave it
complete
to
all
RQ
active
for some
tasks, and
reason.
You'll be able to reach level 75 at ease.
But
and
you
for
guys
free.
can- bro,
Log
watch
in
my
now,
prediction
exclusive rewards
videos.
like Beatrix Light Chaser, Beatrix
If
Stellar
you're asking
Brilliance,
me
and of course
what's
the
my
M4
prediction,
Beatrix figurine,
then you didn't
they're
watch
all
my
waiting for you
prediction
guys. And
videos,
Don't forget the
and
hashtags.
I'm a little
Hashtag
upset with
Mobile
you.
Legends Bang Bang, hashtag MLBBM4, and hashtag Dare
Tammy,
to
I've
be
been up.
great.
I
I've
can
been up
promise
since
you
3.
that
Been up for
skin
about
is
3.5
waiting for me in
hours.
particular
It's the
because
Valley's
I'm already
first
level
game.
70.
Wow.
So close.
Wow.
No, seriously.
In Filipino, we'd say Sana all.
Sana all, man.
Sana all.
Casual
Hope all.
flex.
Sana
I
all.
hate the fact. I hate the
70.
fact overall that even though their turn is already so very close, Naisu looked at me knowing that it's just like, hey,
my predictions are not 100%
M4
so far,
guest
bro.
is already live.
like
it's
70%,
ridiculous. So join
I
the guest
think.
from December 26th to January 15th and get up to a 10,000 pass EXP, which will be enough to upgrade the pass by 10 levels, so don't miss out. Same hashtags here.
Same hashtags, don't forget, okay?
But
Dare
Echo
to
could
be
definitely.
great,
This was a really.
but
I said it in my.
what else is
So
great?
pretty
It's
much
gonna be
this, guys.
Echo here with
I
the
said it in my
main
video.
five
This
lineup.
was
We
a
have Sanji,
really
Sanford,
hard
Benny
prediction.
Casey, Carl Teasy, as well as JP.
Wow, okay. JP's going to be playing here. This is what we call the San
Yahweh's not
duo,
playing.
right? Sanji, Sanford. So let's see how it all works out for them.
Uh-oh.
We're all passengers of the hashtag Echo Express. Introducing the runner-ups of the Philippines,
Uh-oh.
Echo on the stage.
Look at them. Look at them.
Look at the jackets.
Yeah, they've got the jackets. They even have stage presence. Look at that. They were ready. They prepped this all day to show it off. And I don't know. It's stressful for me to see both of the two top teams in the regions looking to battle it out here today.
And on that note, we have RRQ Hoshi's main five, but without Clay once again. It's actually going to be Lemon stepping in with R7, Skylar, Albert, and Vin.
Like I said, man, after quite the nail-biter game that they had with Occupied Thrones earlier, I'm looking to see how they approach this game, right? Because we had interesting picks for them, so I want to see how they handle this game.
So let's introduce the Kings of Kings looking for their next crown. It's RRQ Hoshi
Bro.
all the way, well, still here in Indonesia.
You know why?
Travel, right? That's okay.
They still have
Why I
a
like
bit
some of the
travel.
PhDs.
10
I like the
traffic
fact that
from
they.
the hotel, but yeah, I mean RRQ Hoshi.
I'm not gonna lie,
a lot
I
of
kinda
eyes
hate
are actually on them
when I
today.
see teams just
They
most of the
nearly
teams do it
lost
because
that
they're all
game
like.
previously,
Here's
and
the
I can
reality,
feel
right?
the crowd really
Most of the
shaking, as
teams
we're
are
also gonna
like
take a
most of
look
these
at
players.
the
They're all kind of
talents
nerds, right? We're all nerds who play video
Okay,
games. We don't have a lot
alright,
of.
I'm seeing the even-
Unless you're like a
this is the
caster, you're a
even
really good content
split
creator.
here.
You don't really have
Couple
like a lot of
people leading towards
presence,
that, couple
stage
people
presence,
leading
right?
RRQ.
But like, come on, man, you guys have been coming up on stage
I
for
really
years
hope it
now,
doesn't
playing
show
this
up
game
on this
professionally.
next stage.
Why
So
can't you
I
just
can
come on
make
and be
my
like
little bit actually work
something
on. So
instead of just being like,
I'm gonna drag this out a little bit longer than I should. Please don't be mean.
Hey,
Oh,
guys.
thank goodness. Okay, thank
played.
goodness, because
like,
I am voting
or
for
come
the
out on
team that's gonna
stage
win.
and get hype, man.
That's the
Bring up the fans, do something.
answer you can go with on the desk.
Look, I
Bro,
would
the
like to have
poses
my
are better
Instagram
than
with
just
me by the end of
standing
today,
there.
alright?
What do you mean cringy
And
poses?
on that note, you know, I was
I'd rather
thinking
see
that Gideon
cool.
should
I'd rather
actually
see
be the one
poses than
sitting
just coming out and being
in
like,
Naisu. Because 100%.
"This is
I'm
my middle
hashtagging
school
Gold,
picture.
right?
Whoa,
This
whoa,
is my
whoa.
this is my
He's
middle
biased.
school.
Who's biased?
This is my middle
Well, me,
school
technically, if you're
photo.
biased.
Oh yeah, but are you guys?
Come on, bro.
Oh man, I was so excited to do a fist fight against Naisu.
I'm. Are you sure? I just had to retract there. Are you sure? Because earlier I did have some.
I'd rather see a cool, a funny, cool, cringe pose than just standing there with your hands on your side.
I love it. I love it. But well, let's jump back into the keys to victory here. And especially when I'm looking at Echo, they're looking to disrupt win Finn for sure. Again, a pivotal part, but they need to prioritize initiators, something that, you know, Echo is especially good at. When we're talking about throwing things at the wall and making it stick, Echo knows how to do it well.
Interestingly enough, too, because, like I said, JP's here playing, right? It's not going to be Yaoi for this matchup. So, how will that change what we're used to seeing from Echo? It might change a little bit. It might not. Again, this is something that they've had time to practice for ahead of them. We're going to be taking a look, though, at the keys to victory this time for RRQ. Vin can either initiate or counter-initiate, depending on Yaoi's position. Again, Yaoi,
I'm scared of
JP,
Indonesian food. I
whoever,
don't like
still
spicy food,
pretty much
guys.
Standard, right?
This could be
I don't know
really
what
big
I'm gonna
point
eat
here.
when I
The
get
fact
there.
That JP is stepping in is something that RRQ might not have prepared for, or they might have to readjust their strategy accordingly, because focusing
This
on
is
the
the
team
layest
fight
match, yes.
is going to be key here. And
Well, there's
despite
one more
their
match after this.
disrespectful
I don't know if you
draft
mean
against
latest, like
OT,
this is the
yes,
last
they did
match,
win
or
that.
if
I
this
think
is
they're
the
gonna
most
play more
current
standard
match.
now.
This is the most
Where's
current match,
Yaoi?
but it's second to last. There's one more match after this.
Yaoi, where are you at, bro?
Brazil
Back at the
versus.
hotel, just cheering his team on. Yeah, let's go, brothers.
Man, I was so excited to actually see him today.
Well, I'm sure at some point we'll get to see Yaoi here.
Okay,
but
okay.
like I said, this Echo squad still very deadly. And
Bro,
take a look
Eterna
at the audience
just totally
prediction. All right,
called
you can
Yahweh
see
out.
Talk about
the home
bias.
turf.
Let's be real.
Talk about that was crazy, okay?
Eterna just
so much
called
for
Yahweh out.
RRQ Hoshi and so much for Philippines from their respective regions, but
On the
other
underhand.
side here,
That was
the second
smooth.
Slide, we're seeing
Yahweh,
a
where you
lot
at?
of voting for RRQ Hoshi.
I'm curious, who's the 3%? Who's the
Nice
3%
is like,
of the
whoa,
Philippines? Where did they
whoa,
go?
whoa.
Were the Indonesians
I love how the
in
guys on the
buildings
desk
to
are like,
make that
hey, he's
vote,
at the
to
hotel.
make
And the
that
girl's like,
skew the terms
Yahweh,
a
where you
little bit?
at?
I'm not sure.
Eterna.
I think we have to remember, Call of Duty,
Smooth.
previous
Very,
world
very
champion here,
smooth.
up against RRQ. He knows how they play. They're basically the same lineup.
MVP M2 finals as well, right? He was the MVP. He actually got the Lancelot
I was
skin
gonna say,
as
he's
well.
got a skin.
He's got a
That's
skin.
how great he is. But if we're saying that he knows what's up, we can also say that RRQ has that information as well because of something that we mentioned before. Arcadia used to be the coach of Echo, which he just left recently back in July. So we're going to see how that pans out here in the drafting phase as we are going to go in it. RRQ Hoshi on the blue side and Echo Philippines on the red.
Huh.
Cam, thank you.
That's an
Thank you.
interesting, Man, the fact that they're banning out Diggy does kind of give some signals. They want to play CC, they want to play team fight oriented comps. It does have a good opportunity that Farmus might be
Thank
thrown
you.
into the mix. They might even drop. Well, this is what I'm hoping for. That personally, Echo wants to take it a step further and start bringing out a Minotaur because why not?
You think Minotaur? I was gonna say I'm thinking Atlas.
That too.
Like,
that too.
Who? I can't recall from yesterday all the matches, but I don't think, have we seen an Atlas yet?
No, not yet.
We haven't, right? And usually the bane of that is that Diggy pick. So it's banned out, and the next ban here from RRQ is going to be that Joy. So they don't want to have to deal with that big question mark, right? There's going to be one ban here left for Echo. But my question is, what does RRQ want to prioritize?
I was thinking the Valentina was going to be taken out, but Echo, they don't want any counter. I mean,
They hate glue too.
blue is a little disgusting at this point, right?
I would
Such
agree.
really good CC, and he also has really good cooldowns, and he can basically not have to recall because of that skill 1. But now RRQ Hoshi, are they going to be prioritizing this Valentina? And if so, that is going to be a super great hero for Lemon in particular.
It honestly is really difficult because his first pick is so very important. Most people, in previous metas, we've seen a lot of flex picks coming out first, but this Valentina is going to force, at the very least,
You know, Lemon
Echo
is most.
to
He's definitely a
adjust
popular
their
player. I
comp to
know
make sure
that.
they don't give too many valuable options, but no.
Kagura,
Just
bro.
as you were saying.
They're
Kagura.
like, nah, we'll fight you. We'll
Some
fight.
people
Take
say I
my all.
play
Me.
Kagura
Got
like
it. I was
Lemon,
gonna-
you know?
And to
Some
build up
people
on that, I was
say.
going to say, Valentina's a great priority pick because then the other team's going to be like, okay, we got to be careful. But like you said, no, not
No.
here, right? So rear road manipulation on both sides, possibility there too. I like the carry pickup. I still feel like one of the biggest disadvantages of the carry pickup is obviously the range, like we talked about in the previous game. You know,
Sad.
so if you get shut down to the point where you can't even get into the fight, and which again could be another opposing real world manipulation that makes it even harder than that already is.
Very possible,
That's
yeah.
troubling, right?
Of course, and I think, at this stage, now that you see Eve, do you want to pick up Suppressed? Yes, they do. Both Claude and as well as the Kaja, really smart options here coming up from RRQ. Kaja, at the very least, can lock down can lock down anybody, but more importantly, can stop the box, the real-world manipulation coming out of Eve. And
Yeah, it's a
obviously,
solid
you gotta
pick.
have a Claude. I mean, Skylar, he's gonna be cracked at it.
That's the question that I was thinking because it's either the Kaja or the Franco. And
Lemon's
we
just
all
deadpan,
know
bro.
Vince Franco,
Deadpan.
especially in MSC. It was always banned from him in
I
each
pick-
and every
I
single
pick
match.
Kaja.
But the Kaja is going to be the choice this time around.
I
It
kill
is
you.
a lot stronger.
I pick
But now
Kaja
we're
and I
gonna
kill
see
you.
Here, coming in from Echo, the next pick, Fredrin. So they want to secure a really good flex pick as well. Not really sure just yet where this Fredrin is going to go.
Yeah, so far, based on what we've seen in the pattern of day 1 and day 2, most Predators do go into the jungle just so that you can have your presence and at the very least be the shield for the rest of your team. But I think Echo, the fact that they're banning out the Lapu Lapu, they want to protect their backline as much as they can to ensure that nobody really gets in too deep on this carry.
Yeah, because, you've already got obstacles in front of you. But that also makes me wonder, is the Fredrin jungle, right? Or is it going to be thrown in the XP lane? Now, with that Lapu Lapu ban, maybe they want to come in with a different
I might need
matchup,
another
right,
cup of coffee,
for
guys.
Fredrin if they park him there. Because like you said, if he is in the
Lemon
jungle,
really is. Like, everyone
sometimes
else
you
is
really
like-
have to play around that, right? Now, Fredrin takes a lot of damage.
Then you got
but
what?
it's also
Skylar's the
sometimes you
skinny
have to
one,
put
right? Skylar's the
yourself
one
in a
next to
not so
Albert
favorable
here, right?
position
This
to
is
get
Albert.
those knockups, the taunts off, And how often really do you
Or is
see
that
a
R7?
Fraser's Wrath pick up a kill? When it does happen, it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
But it's still something that's difficult to pull off in the right moment.
I know
That's
R7
actually a
and
really
Albert
good
are
point
the two
here,
big
because when we
boys.
look at RRQ, the fact is that
Skylar's
the
the skinny
opposition
one.
generally wants to limit what Echo plays around, right? Oh, you're looking for an engagement? We're going to shut it down. Pick one of you off and then look for the all-in.
Whose
at the
volume?
end
My
of the day.
volume's
The
too
Lolita
loud, or the
gets back
game
out,
volume, or
and
the
finally, the
stream
Hayabusa
volume's
coming
too
in
loud?
from Echo.
Yeah, they're starting to limit any options for Albert here. What is he going to be picking up? But the crazy thing about Albert now is previously he was really known for those assassin types, but he's also evolved in case he wants to onto those tank or even fighters in the jungler. So with this much CC from the Eve, do you think he could pick up someone like the Martis?
Honestly, I think it would be really, really disrespectful if he locks in Lancelot and plays Call TZ skin and wins this game.
Oh, I'd like
Think
that.
about that for
I'd
a
like
moment.
that.
That would be ridiculous if he pulls that off. A bit upsetting, of course, but the Yu's are going to be
Okay.
locked in.
So I think that gives us our answer where the
Yeah.
Fredrin's going, right?
Fredrin
so,
jungle.
And I was going to say this similar concept here was that Carl TZ, known for the assassins, right? But at some point in the meta, like a lot of these
Here we
junglers,
go,
they
guys.
had to force themselves to learn these
Hanzo.
objective-based utility junglers, right? So,
Bro,
again,
if Hanzo gets
I
picked,
feel
they
like
better pan the
jungle is still a
camera
very
to,
important role for all of
they
these
better
teams
pan
here
the
in
camera to
M4,
Dave.
But at the same time, what we're seeing is XP, Roam, the mid lane especially, where and then gold lane, the marksmen's, or it's not always marksmen, but the gold lane, they shine much later on. The thing is, the trend so far is we don't see these super long games, right? I mean, there's been a couple 20-minute games, but again, how does it all play out? And look at that, RRQ is going to lock in an Akai as well as the Benedetta.
I feel like this is like an RRQ classic, is it not?
R7's
Eterna?
healthy. Yeah,
Come
bro,
on.
he's
I mean,
healthy.
they got the Benedetta. I mean, the Akai.
He's living his best
course,
life.
I mean, honestly, I would have loved to see a Lancelot. That would have been great.
Making
but
good
Akai
money.
does the job so well at pushing back the
Playing at the
aggression
world
of
state,
Echo.
playing
I mean,
at the world
Benedetta's
tournament, 2
on
years
R7,
now.
R7 on Benedetta,
3
so that
years,
is a signature
some
pick
shit
for
like
him,
that.
in particular here in the Indonesian region. And now, what is Echo gonna, sum this
Yeah,
up
I've heard
with?
that
Because I
R7's
really
retiring,
like that
right?
Yuzong pick initially, taking
Same
it
with
away
Vin,
from
right? Or
our
Vin's getting pretty
Hoshis
tired
because
of it
they
too,
have a really
right?
strong backline in that heave. And as a result, they are going to be picking up
think
a
this is their last
CC
year.
hero here in Kufra.
That's really interesting. I was thinking maybe some way to combo with the Eve, some way to kind of disengage.
I was thinking Atlas.
I was
Kufra?
thinking Atlas as well, maybe even a Lolita.
Kufra?
But Kufra, I think is a.
We haven't seen
is an
Kufra in a
interesting
while.
blend of both, right? It's still
Spicy.
spatial denial.
I like
but
it.
The playmaking capabilities could be the difference.
Thank
in
you.
this game.
Thank you, Mark.
There you go. The two final lineups coming in from RRQ Hoshi as well as Echo Esports.
See, Mark's
Who
got
is
this.
gonna come
Mark's
out
know
on
what he's
top,
doing.
As they have brought
Mark
very
knows what he's
distinct,
doing.
Different type of play style in the way that they drafted and their composition wise.
Yeah, and honestly, if they want to be playing for the later stages of the game, that's absolutely something that Echo can do. However, as we saw in our previous matchup of RRQ Akira up against the Valley, that Claude can make all the difference, including that Benedetta with a Petrify. So let's jump right into it. The Land of Dawn
Echo's
awaits
so
us
young,
here
bro.
as one of these
They're all
teams
like
are going to be
15.
walking away feeling real good about themselves. Is it going to be from the Philippines or Indonesia? Take your votes and your guess coins out now.
Let's
RQ's
go.
getting
Coming
too
into this
old.
First game here between two of the giants of their
Time to
particular
retire.
regions. We see that Benny Cutie is actually going to start off with helping out Carl TZ in that buff, and therefore he is going to be able to rotate quite faster than Albert.
Whoa. What's going on the top side here? We see the Kufra actually looking for it, and he hits it.
Yeah, he's going to find Skylar here, but BMI's out. Should be fine. Vin now there to help him too. So, and this is the thing, right? Where do you park these roamers, JP and Vin?
Not
to
old
get
veteran.
the
Yeah,
most
I mean, it's the
value
same
out of
thing.
it, right? Because at the same time,
Veterans are old.
XP lane,
They are
that
veterans.
Benedetta
They've lived
Yuzhong
good. I mean,
matchup,
they've
that's
had
gonna
an
be more
amazing
so,
career.
Interesting how they
Imagine getting to
develop
play in
into these
several world
objectives, right?
tournaments.
Especially the first hurdle, and where that first
Living
kill can
off
be,
Mobile
and it could be up
Legends.
here, and that's the focus. But it's
Whoa.
Lemon.
Uh-oh,
though.
Lemon.
Sanji forcing the flicker out.
Oh!
Sanji with the first blood.
I mean, you could see even from the beginning of the game that Sanji was really pressuring Lemon there in the mid side. Lemon is known to play really aggressively, and this time around, it actually put his team in a disadvantage.
Yeah, this is great for Sanji as well. I mean, he's already got the mystery shop, so he's going to be accelerating even faster. Luckily, at the very least, Lemon only loses a bit, but now the catch comes through.
Oh, that's going to be tough. But they do get the flicker out from Vin, so That's a nice pickup, right? Because he doesn't have the Divine Judgment just yet, but still, with that being down, this should make it a little bit easier to grab or at least contest that first turtle.
Right now, Albert already going into that bottom side, looking for the pressure because the turtle is going to spawn in under 5 seconds, and that's exactly where they want to be. They want to set up first, and even in the top lane, it seems like Skylar might be having a little bit of a hard time with the early game damage that Carry has.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about, like, the timings, right? Level 2 is when Carry starts to get really, really good, but now they've already locked down Albert. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, they're going to force this one. Turtle still going to be focused. One retribution
Carl
comes
TZ
out, but
takes
it's
it.
focused by Carl TZ, able to secure it. And now they're still going to be focusing on the target as Albert falls here. So it's a turtle and a kill for Echo.
100% worth it for Echo there. I think RRQ Hoshi, they went a little bit too aggressive. They did set up first, but unfortunately, at least they couldn't have gotten a trade because Albert missed his retribution.
Yeah, but it's one of the... Hey, it happens. It happens. But for now, Echo is going to be in the lead, and they're going to take their time with this. This is going to be a very slow
You know
roll
what?
Considering the composition.
I feel like with that, I just thought about it. I feel like with the Valley versus Brazil game, I think they would have been better running the Akai again.
Don't abuse the
Better
table.
than the
I'm
Fredrin
sorry. I'm getting very passionate about this game. But yes,
because
Echo
they were
is
lacking
leading with
CC,
1,000.
and with
You can
that,
already
they
see
could
that
have
Benny QT has
they could have
secured
trapped
that corrosive
they could have
side.
trapped
So
the Benedetta.
all
They
these
could have
items are starting
trapped
to come into
Joy
play,
coming
and that
in.
might be bad for Skylar.
Would have probably been a better pick.
Honestly, it's quite interesting that JP is hovering around the top side so much.
I mean, that's the best case scenario for them. You really want to just park there. If you can find a pickoff, this is something that we were talking about previously in the backstages. Where does Kufra fit in now? It's high risk, high reward.
Oh!
And that's going to be the right target as they
That's
find
where he fits
Vin,
in.
forcing
Right in
the
between two of
flicker
your
out.
teammates.
No one's going to go down just yet, though. Carl TZ now looking to back everybody out. There's probably not going to be anything committed just yet, but
Bro,
still,
Carl
JP
TZ's
going to
confident
charge
right now.
up.
He's alone.
Do they go in on this top side? But for now, disengage.
Yeah, they have to. 25 more
Yeah, but
seconds
it's
until the
single
turtle comes back up. I mean, the
CC.
proxy,
The single man
waves
CC.
started by R7.
That's what
They
the
don't
Valley
want that
lacked
to go to
group
waste,
CC.
but he's not going to get caught here, right? No, definitely. He's R7. He's got a brand to keep.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Still sweating here. 1,400 gold lead.
They
8
needed
seconds
some
left
sort of
on
big
the
set
clock, but
potential.
you can see Fredrin already. Seems like Echo, Fredrin, they all have that better space on, and they have the better setup for now. Either RRQ Hoshi, they're not going to contest this. They're going to look for something else. Or they have to find the proper setup here.
Yeah, they're going to have to rely on Vin, but the Black Dragon form does come out to
Echo
Sanford.
emote
Albert
plus
looking to try to
100%
get the
emotional
turtle.
damage.
He does.
Albert takes
what
it.
a
Nice steal.
retribution as he's able to secure it. And now Sanford caught in the back line. Carl TZ, though, to help him out. It's R7 on the hunt here. Gets the Petrify off. Can he get the kill? He's bobbing, he's weaving. He's slashing. Still, though.
No.
Carl TZ that falls. And that's going to be actually, R7 survives it.
Oh, wait, no, no. Okay, he does.
he does.
He gets away with 1 HP.
That was
Oh my
close.
Grandma.
goodness. I was about to throw up there. Literally about to throw up, and I could definitely see it in Turtle's face. If that Appraisal's Wrath went through,
Yeah, it was close, man.
very different story. However, I will say that RQ, their win conditions in a 4v4 comes down to whether or not Vin is able to find that pick. Oh, no. Hold up.
JP. Again, Skylar, will he be? Actually doesn't even need to use the BMI, but now Sanji up here too. Vin gonna have to back off. Does not have the Divine Judgment. Lemon though gonna take the real world manipulation back, and now forces them to disengage. It's a cat and mouse
I thought he was
game
going to
here on
dive
the
the
top
Claude
side.
for a second. I thought he was going to dive Skylar.
It really does not end. Both sides not trying to not give each other that space, and I think
Yeah, still a
RQ
tie
need to
game.
unlock Skylar from this goal lane.
Still a tie
These
game.
are strong 5v5, but 4v4, it's really, really awkward when you don't have that damage. You're depending on R7 and Lemon, who are, especially with the heroes that they're using, aren't known to 100-0 people this early on in the game.
You gotta say though, like Skylar, as much as focus has been put on him from Echo, he's doing a great job. He hasn't died, right? And he does have that Purify able to help him out here, but still, so far,
Any more
with
coffee,
as much
guys?
attention is being put up there. This is best case scenario for Skylar. He's still able to farm up, do at least decently well in that lane, and then hopefully transitions later
more
on.
coffee.
Again, Vin really hasn't had the opportunity either to find the Divine Judgment he's looking for.
Conceal
So
play?
this could be it. Conceal play gonna come out. Flicker
Oh.
comes in. They find Carl TZ. That's gonna be a kill
Nice
under
play.
the turret.
Nice play.
Looking for another, but JP gonna charge up and not commit. The turtle has spawned though. So now does RQ look to take the turtle here with Carl TZ down.
Doesn't seem like they want to. They have a man advantage though, so it should favor them in particular. But look at Benny Cutie. He is so focused on those objectives. He's gonna get a tower on the top side. But oh my God, Albert!
They're gonna find Albert here. Quite a few combinations coming out. Albert, but look at the damage. Like the final blow. R7 gets Sanford. It's Skylar that grabs the kill. Benny Cutie on the backside. He's in misplaced. Benny Cutie though with a play before he goes down. He's one hit away. Wait, Benny Cutie survives.
Benny.
Oh, 2 for 2
Benny.
now, but that was beautifully done by Echo. Okay, they did have a lot of casualties, but they are going to be able to force and push RRQ off this next turtle and even perhaps take it for
That
themselves.
was a great fight.
The pressure, the
back and
pressure
forth
is
from both
on.
of them.
Did QT just first item wind of nature to survive that with 1 HP? We're going to have to check the items in a little bit. There's just so much action happening across the map. It's hard to keep up with it this time.
I mean, there you go. Items.
Oh my goodness. Wait, having a
He
look.
has it.
Yeah, he has it.
But he had
Second
the
item
corrosive
already
side,
gone, but
yeah.
he had the corrosive side, which is actually really important here because if he did not have that corrosive side, Skylar would have easily just walked away from the fight.
Man, that is such a clutch moment to have that too, and just the way that all played out. Again, Benny Cutie able to grab that early kill does set him up here, but Skylar still, right? He's managed to grab 2 himself.
He's way ahead in
those
gold. Benny
marksmen,
Cutie's
those
700
lanes
gold
are really
lead.
gonna pop off as we get into the further part of the mid to late game.
Halfway
here.
to his third item.
I will say that
Vlad
Skylar has a
hasn't
bit of
even
an
started
advantage
his
with the
third
golden
item.
Staff, but until we see the man, the myth, the legend, Benny QT get one for himself, that's when he's really going to show his stuff here. Oh,
Vin
no.
is just waiting to see if they can. Both real-world middle agers come down, but look at the damage from Sanji.
Nice.
Able to grab a kill. Lemon falls. Carl TZ on the backside, though. Now on the hunt for Skylar. Pokes him a little bit, but not able to commit. The taunt's there. Vince could be in trouble here. JP, he's actually gonna survive, so doesn't have that follow-up they needed there.
No. 2 of the members from RRQ Hoshi, they weren't focused on that. They were trying to get objectives in the top and the mid lane, but now RRQ Albert, he could be in trouble as Echo once again getting another tower in that bottom side.
Again, the slow roll, this is what I was talking about. As soon as Echo was able to actually get that lead, they're going to slowly start bleeding RRQ out until they have no more resources left. And it's going to be highly dependent on Skylar to try and get to that game. But the later stages, yeah, look at this. R7, again, I'm not even worried. Look at the Classic just going at it. An absolute OG. Naturally,
Bro,
with his own
Benedetta's
gets out of the situation.
clutch right now in the
Echo
XP lane.
is playing for late, and that's where we have to keep our eyes out for.
But even then, Sanji's already popping off with that damage. I mean, he doesn't even have any damage items per se, right? He has the frozen, the Ice Queen wand, and he also has the Enchanted Talisman, so more cooldown, more to utility. But even then, the damage already felt, and even Lemon was taken out before that. So very well played by Echo in terms of that team fight, as now both teams are going to start.
All right, sun's coming up, guys. 7 a.m. Sun's coming up.
Going to be the First Lord.
Well, I don't want to be that guy that said, you know, Lemon's taking all that damage and died, but that was kind of on him for the most part.
Well, I mean, either way, both teams here in a good position for this first Lord. I think it's just going to be juggled around a little bit as both teams do the Lord dance, as we've seen many times before. But still, there's the golden staff pickup for Benny Cutie here. So if he can get in that range that he needs to be, this could be a very bad position for RQ to fight in.
I agree. But on the flip side here, we can see R7 already clearing that top side, putting a little bit of pressure as here JP misses his ult.
JP's going to miss that, but Albert poked a little bit here. Black Dragon form going to come. Who does secure the Lord? It's going to be Carl TZ with the Retribution. But on the backside they go. Electro final blow. It's R7 that falls.
Coming down.
Benny Cutie, though, and Sanji. 2 down for RRQ. Carl TZ still in the chase to push him out, and now the eyes are set on the tier 1.
I gotta use the restroom. I really gotta pee, guys.
Here. I mean, the fact
but I don't want to miss
Echo
this.
Is playing as a 5-man unit. RRQ just one man, just a little bit late to the party, and even Skylar just struggling to find the opening to get into that middle.
I really gotta use the bathroom, guys.
So they're just cutting their losses for now.
Oh my god, the pressure coming in from Echo. Now they're focusing on the mid side. They're trying to clear the waves as fast as they can because they have a Lord to cover here on the bottom side. Carl TZ going to take away that red
Gonna get
buff
that
as
top
well.
tier.
This is looking quite
Get
chaotic
this bottom
for
tower.
RQ.
Oh, Albert gonna get caught
JP.
here in a bad position. He's
Albert
gonna
with the heavy
trying
spin.
to get
Carl
out of
TZ
there,
getting pushed
pushing
back.
Carl
He's gonna get under the
the
tower.
turret.
Will get taken out.
Grab a kill himself Albert with a pickup. They lose that turret, though. Does Echo press the situation here? JP gonna jump in, finding Albert. Rear world manipulation gonna come down from Lemon, forcing Echo back a little bit here. Black Dragon form committed. It's Albert one hit away as he goes down from Benny Cutie.
No
Lemon
way.
falls
More,
too.
more,
JP
more.
into
Give them
the
more.
face, but R7
Oh!
with a massive play. Electo final blow committed as 3 fall for Echo.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What was that sound, Gideon?
What a I mean, there's just so many moments. And
Gideon sound.
it's still. Sorry, it's just the
Gideon
ad-libs
went,
at this point. But like Benny QT, when you see somebody get to that level of attack speed, you don't get to see people survive it that often.
No.
I mean, just look at this. Albert, he dies. You're expecting that. Lemon dashes one time forward, takes 12 auto attacks and dies instantly.
And look at this, Vin also taking so much damage, but this is the masterpiece. R7 able to deal out so much damage there in the bot side, and even
R7
enough
bang
time
bang.
for Arkihoshi to kind of recalibrate themselves into this next part, but we're going to take a little look into the items first.
Looking at R7 right now, he's currently 3 items, and I think he's building into a Malefic Roar for his 4th. Looking at Skylar, he's in a good position with 3 items.
Benny Cutie
in
probably
and of
picking up
itself.
the Immortality.
But if we're looking at supports, that's the big
That's their
difference
final
here.
item.
Because with
Already
the supports,
10K
they're building
gold
as tanky as
on Benny.
possible, but Immortality makes all the difference for a Kufra.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, the question about Kufra, you know, where does he fit so far? Because he's kind of, in a way, that hero has fallen off a little bit. But so far, JP's doing an amazing job at really finding the setups that he needs to, utilizing the Kufra here. Especially, I mean, with Sanji setting up those perfect
Bro, Benedetta is
manipulations
spicy,
so far.
bro.
Lemon's doing it too. But the
So
thing
spicy.
is, I haven't seen Vin just yet exactly find the mark he does. He has the 7 assists. He's finding targets.
I'm hungry.
But if he can cancel out
And I need
Sanji,
coffee, guys.
that's going to be a huge play for RQ.
Oh!
Oh.
Okay, that's a good disengage. Nobody is going to, bite the bullet for now. And I think our RQ also understands, like, yeah, we're slightly behind, but it's not the end of the world. Sure, you want to have Lauren? Fine, we can defend against it. Their high ground should be enough for this.
Oh, they don't have the real one manipulation, but a flicker comes out. The blazing duet from Skylar, but Vin could be in a bad position. R7 though, keep an eye on him, looking for an angle here. Electo final blow with the Petrify gonna come out. He gets canceled a little bit here. Sanford still up. R7 gonna fall to Sanji, and he's still going as Lemon gonna be the next target.
Bro,
Able
they're going
to
at it.
survive, but they might chase him down. He's slow.
Oh!
Flicker in from Sanji to
Sanji's
clean
on
up.
fire,
Oh
bro.
my God.
5-1-5.
3-4-0 trade. Echo gets the Lord.
5-1-5, make a wish, guys.
Worst game for our Arkihoshi at this point. You saw that R7 was trying to do his best. The way that he does it, right?
Benny
That's so
Cutie
signature
5-0-2.
R7. Which whatever hero he chooses, whether it be the Benedetta, the Cho, he tries to looking for that flank, but unfortunately the follow-up damage from the other members are not there. And here we go, the siege from Echo.
Gonna be a full force siege here from Echo here. One more turret to
R7
go
is
up
back
on
on.
the top side.
Lemon will be back in 2 seconds. We'll be back in time.
Echo setting their sights
The hell
on
did
the
the Lord
bottom
just
side.
do?
Carl Teasy already
You
handling
guys see that?
wave. Can RQ defend
The Lord
here
just took a
and
back
keep
step.
in this game? Echo now full force bottom side. Sanford comes in with the Black Dragon form. RQ looking for any angle, but Echo calls the back signal.
Value. Just cash money all the way through. They've gotten a 7.7k lead for themselves. They don't need to go any
that was
further.
weird.
No Lord empowered minions, no Lord in and no
Wasn't
Lord
terrified,
as well.
was it? Can
So
Lord
they just
get
back off.
terrified?
They don't need to do any more than this. They know that they're getting really close to the end game.
Uh-oh.
Well, they're going to focus on R7. I don't
That
think he was
sucks.
expecting that death bush either.
Oh, that's so
so
cheesy.
sad,
It
that
always
is.
works. It works every single time. Everybody forgets about the bottom and top rush, and this time R7 has to pay the price. Right now, when we're talking about this Kufra, there is, I mean, in previous metas, we have seen Kufra play into the Kaja because it doesn't allow Kaja to get away after the Divine Judgment.
Oh man, Echo looking to end the game here as both real world manipulations
Look at
come
that.
down across from each other. Lemon and Sanji still no commitment yet on that crystal from Echo.
Anybody else getting bombing run vibes just to be like, just to show dominance? It's like, yeah, I can mess with you too.
I can tap faster.
Man, 8,000 gold lead for Echo up until this point, and the damage dealt is mostly coming in from Sanji. So that's why I love the Give in this current meta. I love it because you don't have to build too much damage.
Echo Lang
you can build for
Malakas.
utility. You can build something like the Brute Force Breastplate, but still have as much damage as all the other members.
Well, I mean, it depends on the person. I'm more of a Farsa kind of guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like both. But you know, gourd number one. But going back to it, did you see the discrepancy on the damage dealt? Right. You typically when you see that Valentina picked up against a Eve, you kind of expect them to be in the same ballpark, but it was a huge difference, and that's just the fact that Lemon hasn't been able to get in range to even take that ultimate.
This will be the first loss for blue side.
Be hard because of the fact that they have
First
Sanford,
loss for blue side,
right?
question
That was
mark?
the problem. They picked up Sanford, so even if the Valentina wanted to take the real world manipulation, it could be a little bit more difficult because of the damage input that he's taking from Sanford himself. And on that note as well, that's the thing about Lemon, dude. That's what caught me a little bit surprised, because Lemon's great when he gets it. He's like a double-edged sword for RRQ.
Be
When
careful,
he plays great, he
R7.
plays great. But if not, look at his KDA.
Look.
0.55.
Everybody has their day, right? Knowing Lemon and seeing his career over many, many seasons and many, many
Oh man, R7 gonna just be deleted once again. Death Bush, but this time in the mid lane, Sanford forcing
Oh, he
everybody
dashed right
back.
into it.
Black Dragon form, and just like that, Echo grabs himself another Lord.
Oh, that's so brutal. This Kufra is just getting so much more value than I was expecting. I
Yeah.
feel like now is the time to respect the Kufra. Prior to this, they should have absolutely disrespected JP. Like, what was he really going to do? And the fact that they did have R7 on Benedetta, maybe they could have made some play towards the mid lane like Takashi did against the Valley. So that's what I'm hoping to see. But right now, Echo, they've got all the marbles in their court.
Getting
and they're
tired,
just gonna
guys. We might
slowly
not
lob them
stream
down
the
one by
last
one
game. We
until
might
this
just watch
crystal
it from my
breaks.
couch.
Look at JP charging up once again. Not going to commit to that, though. Lord here in the middle lane of
gotta
the
stay up,
base
though.
of RRQ. They're going to
We're gonna
set
make
it
coffee
up. Lemon
after
with
this.
the real-world manipulation. JP going to go in, finds a couple of targets, but has to get out of dodge as well. It's Albert taking the brunt of the damage. It's R7 that falls again,
GG's.
though. Echo still
GG's.
pressing the situation here,
GG's.
looking to end the game.
Benny Cutie
as
just needs to
Vin
stand
falls
still and
they
press the
find
auto attack
another.
button.
Benny Cutie
Just
free
click the
fighting
auto attack button,
backside,
Benny. That's
and
all you
now
gotta
Cutie
do.
Crystal worked on. Echo takes the game against RRQ.
Clean from Echo from the Philippines. That was so beautiful to watch at the end. The damage coming in from that carry was just so terrifying. It was disgusting at that point.
It is. You can literally see.
Oh,
you can literally see
man.
the light wheels just overlapping each other because there's so many auto
Yeah.
attacks. Sometimes there's two in one. You never really know.
Oh.
But don't worry, RRQ
Bro,
fans.
2 late
One
nights in a
loss
row.
doesn't mean the end of the world. Nobody gets knocked out.
Don't
So
worry,
ready to sleep
Eterna.
on. I gotta stay up so
No
I can
one's
sleep on the
getting knocked
planes.
out. That's, if you heard the fist bump on the table, that was Eterna.
I'm stressing in my seat, but I gotta say that was a really well done performance by Echo.
GG's, Trex. I'm gonna go take
I
a
don't know
break.
why you're looking at me in the eyes.
It was great, nice move.
Hey, man,
great.
I always support the winning team.
I was going to say the safest guy over there, Gideon. But still, again, going back to this, I think, yeah, JP did an outstanding job, right?
really
Because
did.
JP or Yawi, whichever is going to be playing, and there's still more room for switch-ups too, right? As the tournament goes on. Again, the big question mark was
Nice
how
game
is
by
Kufra?
Echo, yes.
And I feel like we got our answer. Just like the previous series, we got somewhat of an answer for Joy at least.
For sure. I think, Kufra in this particular case, there were moments where I thought, okay, Kufra is able to do multiple things at a time, but the question is, how do you distribute your resources across the map? And I think, JP sticking around and making sure that Skylar had an uncomfortable time really struck a nerve with RRQ, and Skylar is just frustratingly not entirely sure whether he can commit.
All right, guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it.
Dive initiate.
I'll watch the Brazil game from my couch. I'm fucking tired, guys. And we gotta start finish up packing, and do some final checks. Listen, guys. Listen. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in 10 hours. I'm going to be on a plane to mother-loving Jakarta. In a few days, you guys are going to see me on that casting desk right here. Spoiler alert. Might be the first casting session you see me. These might be the two casters you see me with. Spoiler alert. But let me just tell y'all something. Follow the Instagram. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff. Twitter. I'll be vlogging live. We're doing some live vlogs. So, much love, guys. Much, much love. Thank you all so much. It has been such a year. Much love. What a birthday gift to be going to M4, casting in the World Championships of Mobile Legends. We'll see you guys soon. Let's fucking go!